Okay, we're gonna test this. Gonna blast it here. Let's see if this even works. I wonder. They're too loud. I think I gotta adjust this each time. Hold up. Okay. I think that should be loud, right? Okay, sounds good in my mic. Okay, maybe if I got a little closer. Or actually, hold on, maybe it's maxed out here. Hold on. Okay, hopefully that's not too loud. Oh, that is loud. Okay. Maybe that's better? Okay. I think we'll settle for this. Yeah. Okay. Let me just swap this over. Oh, right, there should be no music, huh? I muted it. Let me stop that. Do this. Oh, yeah. Okay. How? Okay, I gotta mute it, like, and then unmute it to hear it. Gotta hear that mix. Okay. I gotta make it louder. That's a simple fix though. I just gotta options. Just like a little bigger, a little louder. Okay. Now we just gotta try that out. Okay. Mute. Hello, hello, hello. Testing, testing, testing. Okay, a little, okay. Normal volume. Oh yeah, we're blasting this. Okay. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay, maybe I just need to make it a little louder on OBS. Okay. Wrong button. Okay, 1, 2, 3, testing, testing. Ah! Okay, we're getting closer. A little louder. Okay. This is a full sentence. Okay. Sounding good, sounding crisp. Okay, yeah, that sounds good. Going with that. Now, all I gotta do is actually move this a little closer. That should be good. I think. Hold on. Not too loud, am I? Yeah, that works. I think we struck a good mix here. Just gotta close that. Should be good. Oh, you know what? What if? Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Maybe that should be better. I think we should be good to go. Alright. Got the controller ready. Ugh. What if I do this? Okay. This is what we're going with. What's going on? Got it. Things. Apollo. Got it. Here we go. What? Well, you know, actually, nothing. I mean, something. Or maybe not. Oh, you know what? Should have gone more water. Out with it. The suspense is giving me an ulcer. Well, you know the trial today? I was thinking, if you gave it a score, what score would you give it? Absolutely terrible. That you know what? I remember that. It was awful. Probably my worst showing yet. Score. Gee. I guess I would. Or maybe. Well. Bah. I'm just as bad as you. See, it's so vague. Clearly. Machi avoided a guilty verdict, which is something that's true. But I can't say I'm any less confused about the case. I asked Interpol about that number. I'm sure you'll find their answer intriguing. IPXX 314-206. The agent registered under this number was Roman Letou. And the victim, Mr. Letou, who would have guessed he was actually an undercover Interpol agent? What a mess. And we don't have any idea what he was investigating. Well, true, but we know who shot him now. Lemmy told the whole court. Wait! That voice just now. It was him. I am sure of it. That voice I heard talking to Mr. Letou when I heard the gunshot fired. It was him! It was Mr. Darien. It's another mystery, Apollo. I'll love mysteries. I don't. Speaking of mysteries, what's Mr. Wright up to? You know what? It's true, Apollo. What is that man up to? I wouldn't mind asking his opinion. Now that you mention it, I haven't seen him around. What? Is he some kind of stray that just wanders in and out at will? I wouldn't say that, but he has been going out a lot. Some top secret, he said. Top secret? Anyway, you can't just rely on him to save the day. That's true. And you've got me to help you. We'll be fine. Fine. Right. Well, time's a wasting, as they say. Let's investigate. That's the spirit. Okay. Darien did it. Lamar dropped the bomb in court today. It was Darien. Lamar said she's never forgotten a voice, right? That's so cool. I guess. What's that called again? Elephant ears? I bet that's what they're called. Somehow I don't think somehow I don't think that means what you think it means. And she has to be wrong this time. It's true, that guy has a rock solid alibi. I mean, look, those gunshots were right during the concert. That's right, I was burning up the dance floor at the time. Right, she happened to look at the stage. Maybe Darien even? You bet I did. He's one of the Gavineers guitarists after all. He's so cool. Oh, right. All the Gavineers have a rock solid alibi. That's true, rock solid. You couldn't have shot Mr. Letou backstage. But Lamar heard him, didn't she? She heard Darien backstage, right? Somebody's either wrong or lying very badly. Agent Letou, an Interpol agent. I was wondering, What is Interpol? Yeah, I was wondering the same thing. Huh? Interpol? They're the guys who catch international criminals. Why can't they just call them international police instead? Instead of making up some silly name. Yeah. Anyway, you think he was investigating Lemois? What? Why would anyone do that? She's not a criminal. She couldn't be. Don't be fooled by appearances, is all I'm saying. But remember, I'm a magician, Apollo. I'm a magician, Apollo. I can spot a palmed coin at 50 paces. If only it were that easy. In any case, we know he was working on something. I wonder if it was something that has something to. I wonder if it was something that has something to do with something. That something being our case, the last something, I mean, something like that. Frankly, the whole thing is making my head hurt. What was Mr. Latour up to? Dot. Trucy? Was that one of your tricks? It wasn't me. I can't even make Mr. Hat laugh like that. Oh my god! Wherever the mundane... Oh, this guy's old. Wherever the mundane gives... Yeah, wherever the mundane gives way to miracles, a word is whispered. Gremrai! Hey. The other day... Eek. Who's there? We didn't just imagine that, did we? He was wearing a silk hat. Friend of yours? Hardly. We meet again! Nice to meet you. Who are you? And could you please stop smirking? That's true. It's you. Oh, it's Uncle Valiant. No, silly. It's the great Grammari, Valiant Grammari, the Grand Magician. Yeah. Hold on. Yes, it is I, the great Valiant Grammari, as seen on television. And could you please stop smirking like that? It's been a while, Miss Trucy. 7 years to be exact. Oh my. My, how you've grown. Good to see you again, Uncle Valiant. You look exactly the same. I hate to intrude, but what is a great magician doing paying us a visit? I believe it is you who wish to see me. So be quick with your questions. Oh wait. And do quail, quake or quiver. I am quite tame. Oh, and do not quail, quake or quiver. Though my stardom may sear the sight, I am quite down to earth when he calls. He does have a certain air to him. It's true. Let's ask him about the case, Apollo. His aura sure isn't lost on our magician in the making. She's practically drooling with enthusiasm. After all, Uncle Valiant's one of Dad's best friends. That's why I call him Uncle. What? You mean Mr. Wright? No, I mean my real dad. Oh. Trucy's real father? Troop Grammari. Wait, Apollo. Don't tell me you don't know about Troop Grammari. 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 True Grammari. Huh? No. But it does sound kind of familiar. Oh, lost life, lamentably listless lad. To not know the greatest true of magicians on the planet. Valiant Grammari. The name began to surface in my mind. It was a name I'd heard on television as a child. You bet you've heard the name. He made a cruise ship disappear and blew up in a what? Oh, and he made all this gold disappear and then escaped from high security prison. You said he was a magician? I opened the locks to hearts chained.
by mediocrity. This is the true miracle of true gramarye.
What, Apollo? I do remember seeing you on television a long time ago. Weren't you with someone else? Like a duo? A duo? Yeah, you had a partner. Something gramarye.
Yes, Zack Gramarye. A masterful maker of magic, a capable crafter of shining showmanship.
Huh? Why is everyone so quiet? Oh, that's your dad. Oh man. Dad?
Huh?
Oh, no way. Oh man, this sucks. Yikes.
Once upon a time, true gramarye included 2 grand magicians. Myself, Valen Gramarye, and my partner, Zack Gramarye.
And this Zack he was my real dad. Trucy's father, a magician. I guess it makes sense. I had no idea. There wasn't much point in talking about it. Not now that he's gone. Oh, I'm sorry. No, it's okay. I'm not lonely. I've got my dad after all. And you make me laugh, Apollo. Glad that I'm good for comic relief, at least. Not that I see Dad around much these days.
I've been remiss in remembering my reasons for my visit.
Reasons?
2, in fact. The first being, of course, to see you, Miss Trucy.
You don't know how happy I am to see you again, Uncle Valent.
I'm sure you are.
Not one for modesty, are you?
When I encountered you at the Colosseum, the first time in 7 years, I could fain not contain my emotions. I wept oceans. And to learn you now defend that poor pianist, that blinded boy. 'Twas a hot topic of talk amongst the staff, you know. And defend him you did.
Well, it wasn't all my doing. I'm his defense attorney, actually.
My other reason for coming here today was this.
That's a videotape?
Quite so. A recording of the concert, no less. I've brought it for you, Trucy, on behalf of True Gramarye. Will you watch it?
Here we go. Evidence of a lifetime.
Oh, that night, in your embrace,
When you stole away the keys, my heart held on to so tight. Pleasure, but a fleeting melody. It wraps itself around me. And now, through the air I fly. Whoa. Whoa. Burning on in my heart. Fire. Burn my love away. All away. Like a bullet of a love fire. Take my life away. All away. Guitar, guitar. Up together to the sky.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Wow. It's almost as good as it was live. So what's the word? Mysterious? There are more mysterious things than her song going on. Way more mysterious. This Valen Gramarye has good reasons to be here today. But I wonder what his reasons were to be at that concert. Videotape received from Valen. Taped recording of Lemir's performance. Okay. Okay. If I do details, it's gonna show the whole thing. It will. Oh? Okay. That's fine. We're fine. Everything is fine. Contains the lyrics to Lemir's ballad. Okay. Thank you for that talk. Is there anything I can present to you? Maybe the keys.
What's this? You would ask me for a miracle free of fee? Then thy wish be granted, thy will be done. Thy evidence evicted into the ether.
Ack. No evicting, please. Are all magicians like this, I wonder? Okay. Rolling out. Let's go talk to... Oh no, wait, I did not mean to come here. July 9th. Sunshine Coliseum. Whoa! What a great day. It's perfect weather for sleuthing. The weather matters for an investigation? Don't some days just feel like magic days or defense days? Sure. Let's get started, shall we? Right on! Show us your stuff, Apollo. What stuff? Your voice training. This is the perfect place for it. I did enough at home things. Oh, there's no need to be shy. Keep that up and you'll never make it on the big stage. I'm happy in the courtroom, thank you. I am a lawyer. Then you're in luck, because it's lawyer weather today. Don't you just want to face the blue sky and shout, "Objection!" Look, the weather has nothing to do with lawyers. Let's get going already. Alright. What am I looking at? What am I looking at? Garbage. That's oops. There's not much to look at here. Look, a massive sign for the guilty as charged store. A giant prosecutor Gavin stares out over the arena. Ooh, maybe I can take it to the office when they're done with it. Where would you put it? You can't even get that through the front door. Then I'll put it outside. I bet it'd be good for business. Just as long as no one comes expecting us to prosecute. Well, if anyone comes looking for a concert, leave it to me. Is this part of some twisted plan of hers to make her singing debut, I wonder? Okay, there's nothing here. We're gonna go first. Check out. Oh, you're here still. Hello. Gonna go to the detention center. Talk to our boy, Machi. Machi may not be guilty, but he's still a suspect. But they don't have any decisive evidence. Yeah, but only someone as small as him could have gone out of that room. Right. The air vent. And he lied. Lied? Machi Tabai can see. He's not blind. Thinks he's so cool. Ah, Machi. Speak of the devil. It looks like he's doing okay. I forget. Why did we come here? It's not like we can talk to him. Words are overrated. Feelings are what matter, Apollo. It's kind of hard to build a court case on feelings. But since we're here anyway, might as well get what I want to say off my chest. If you need someone to complain to, I'll listen. I think she's actually worried for me. Okay. Oh, I can... Alright. The trial today. So, what did you think of the trial today? Phew. I'm glad he doesn't understand English after all. If he did, he would have been scared out of his mind by that trial. Hey, all's well that ends well. You have to be more goal-oriented. If he's innocent, we win. Now, if he's found not guilty, we win. Maki might not understand English, but I bet he gets that better than you do. Oh. Huh? He's lying! Lemoire's testimony. I'm glad Lemoire testified. What a great person. She even got Machi off the hook by naming another suspect. Darian of the Gaviners, the detective. I wonder if Maki knows what happened. Huh? I mean, if he could follow how the trial went at all, if no one told him there's this new suspect, how would he know? Hey. What is it, Apollo? No, it's nothing. I must be imagining it. Imagining what, Apollo? It's just, I couldn't help but feel that, I don't know. Maki doesn't understand what we're saying, right? How could he? He's a young Borginian. He doesn't speak English. Yeah, but my bracelet is reacting to him. Huh? Maybe it's malfunctioning? Or it's scared because you keep making those I'm so mad faces. Was I that bad? Maki lied about not being able to see. But what if that's not all he lied about? If you're curious about it, there's only one thing to do. You should ask him. I think it'll take something big to get to him, some kind of undeniable evidence. We'll be back, Maki. Maki's eyesight. So Maki, you can see, right? Maki can see and Lemoire can't. The whole world's gone topsy-turvy. Sorry, Apollo. I don't think we're going to get any information out of Maki, which makes sense. Yeah, I guess it does. Okay. Okay, we're gonna go get the evidence we need. Hello, Mr. Magician. Don't mind me. July 9 backstage hallway. Ah! How do you know it's me? How do you know it's me if you can't see? Lemoire! I'm sorry about today. There's nothing you need to apologize for. You were merely defending Maki. Are you okay? Alone, I mean. Humans are blessed with 5 senses. Even robbed of one, we get by. Though it does make being a witness rather difficult. Speaking of seeing, you knew who we were before we spotted you just now. And we weren't even talking. I heard your footsteps several times the day before. Oh. You must have great ears. Ears that heard the crime taking place. Or so she claimed yesterday. But how? Yeah, but how? Unless... Actually, no, that doesn't make sense. Here we go. The voice. It was quite the statement you made in court today. Or today in court. About hearing Darian Crescent's voice at the scene of the crime. I did not know his name. But I never forget a voice. Wait! Lemoire! Is something the matter? That voice just now. It was him. I'm sure of it. No way. As I said in court, I was on my way backstage from the stage. That is when I heard his voice. I'm guessing Darian and Mr. Latois were talking about something? The next moment, I heard those gunshots. Why didn't you call security? To be honest, though the noise was quite frightening, I never imagined the gunshots might be real. And I was in quite a hurry myself. I left the scene at once. So, it really was Darian's voice that she heard. Yeah. At least she certainly thinks it was. Maki. I met Maki before my debut as Lemoire. I was singing in a restaurant in Borginia, and he was playing the piano? Yes. He was very kind to me when he heard I could not see. Is that when you started playing opposites? With Maki pretending he couldn't see. Ah, no. It wasn't then. That began after our major debut. after I became known as the landscape painter in sound. It must have been tough for Maki, pretending you couldn't see, and all the while acting as your eyes. We held hands always. He would write with his finger on my palm to signal to me things I should know. He would write with his finger. Okay. He is smart. He is a smart, gentle boy. I think I see what she's getting at. Maki would never harm a soul. Okay. Mr. Latois. What can you tell me about him? About Mr. Latois. Ah, yes. He was an Interpol agent here. So you had no idea? Of course not. No one did. I guess that's what it means to be undercover. But someone was after him. They had to know who he really was. Why did he pose as my manager? I do not understand. You have no idea? I can only assume that he was investigating me. But why? What makes you think that? Perhaps it is not so, but I cannot deny the possibility. Because of my condition, as my present is veiled in darkness, so too is my past clouded from memory. Clouded. Right. Darkness. The darkness that I fear is not the darkness that I see whenever I open my eyes. The real darkness lies in my heart.
Oh, so poetic.
In your heart? I have no memory of the time before I became a Lemoire. I awoke from darkness, into darkness, you might say. I was singing in a restaurant those days. What was it that she said about not being able to remember the light? I do not know my past. Perhaps I committed some terrible crime in my past. Everything before becoming Lemoire is lost to me. But I don't think you... I can think of no other explanation. Why else would an agent of Interpol approach me? Do you think your past might be related to this case? No way! That seems really unlikely to me. I mean, you're such a sweet person, Lemoire. I thank you. Maki too tells me this often when I fear who I might have been. Okay. Well, what can you tell me about this? We took a look at your performance again. It was even better the second time. Thank you. That reminds me. That was an incredible illusion you pulled off. Illusion? When you teleported from one stage to the other, remember? Ah, yes. Apparently, they hired a professional magician. Valiant Gramarye. I was wondering, do you think you could tell us how it was done? I'm afraid I cannot. Mr. Gramarye made me swear to never tell a soul. I was afraid of that. I was afraid of that. Hard to be a magician if you can't keep a secret, you know? Ah, I'm reminded that I wish to speak to you about something. Yes? When I was walking this hallway before, I stumbled upon a small device of some kind. It was lying on the floor. Device? Maybe you mean this? That's been lying there since the day before yesterday. Might I touch it? Okay. I thought as much. What? What did you think? This is one of our headsets. Everyone on staff wears one during a concert. I wonder whose this is. We use it for communication. It would be quite inconvenient should it go missing. We'll hold on to it for you then. We'll give it to Prosecutor Gavin when we see him. Yes, that's best, thank you. So, can I put it on? Receiver transmitter, okay. Attached? I'm not some kind of robot, Apollo. Everyone on staff was wearing one of these headsets. This might warrant some further inquiry. Let me take a look at it. Okay. Okay. 10-4, that little buddy. Wait, 10-4, that little buddy. This is Trucy reporting over, or reporting in, over. Hold on. 10-4. 10-4, that little buddy. This is Trucy reporting in, over. Why is sudden silence? No one answered. Don't be silly. What good is a receiver that doesn't receive? That's like Emma not performing forensic investigations. You make her sound like she's some kind of forensic investigation machine, which is just silly. Unless she's a super high-tech android that runs on snackoos. That's about it. Can I ask you about this headset, Lamar? You said that all concert staff are wearing one? That's correct. You need them to communicate across such a large stage. Everyone on the staff had one, of course. And all of the band members too, I should think. So Prosecutor Gavin and his lackeys had them on too then. They're quite helpful, though limited. They only work within 30 feet or so. After all, they're only for use on stage. And a stronger signal would interfere with the sound system. That makes sense. You'd think someone would notice if they dropped their only communications lifeline. So why was this one lying here? That's a good question. Okay. Let's look in this box. Looks like an instrument case. A big instrument case. There's a great magic trick you can do with one of these. Huh? What kind? The miraculous beautiful girl escapes the case illusion. So it's the girl who's miraculous, not the escape? So picky. Okay. Let's go back into the rooms. Let's go back in here. July 9th. Lamar's dressing room. Munch, munch, munch. Oh wait, there's already sound effects. Uh-oh. There's only one person I know who can munch with such venom. What are you doing here? Hello, Emma. You're looking as grumpy as ever. Oh, am I supposed to be happy? You give me the 2nd degree in court, and Prosecutor Gavin makes me look like a fool. Talking about the bloodstain Mrs. Latour left. My department chief had a field day with that one. Even a blind person could see the shooter wasn't blind. Funny guy, huh? But that bloodstain helped uncover the biggest mystery of all. Now we know that Mr. Latour was really with Interpol. We wouldn't have found that out without you. I suppose. Maybe that's why the chief gave me these after he was finished chewing me out. Said it was my reward. Are chocolate snackoos popular down at the precinct or something? I was hoping we could check out the crime scene again. Be my guest. You're not going to find any clues in here. Though I did find something strange. Something strange? The trial today. My embarrassment quota for the year, that's for sure. Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? How? I mean, think about it. Now you don't have to be embarrassed about anything else all year. If only it worked that way. It just bugs me to think that little kid outsmarted me. And it makes him even more suspicious now that we know he can see. He could have seen the air duct, and he could have shot that revolver. But that's not how it sounded in Lamar's testimony. You mean her saying she heard Detective Darian's voice at the scene? That's right. Why can't we have a normal, straightforward killing once in a while in this country? I'll pretend I didn't hear that. The case. Was that true what you said in court today? You know, about the case? About how everything was happening according to those song lyrics? The guitar serenade, you mean? I found the link, you know. First, Prosecutor Gavin's heart-shaped key ring was stolen. Then Lamar flew through the air. Then Prosecutor Gavin's guitar caught on fire. And in the end, a bullet took Mr. Latour's life. And it went up into the sky with the guitar. Well, 15 feet up at least. It's kind of hard to chalk it up to coincidence. I know. And I found it. I think the same person did all this? Don't ask me. I didn't do it. Neither did I. I couldn't fit through that air vent anyway. What? Y'all think I did it? Sometimes I worry about that. Alright. Something strange. So what did you find? It's so little I must have passed over it yesterday. I found it under the sofa. What is it? Part of some device, I think. I haven't a clue what. The bits sticking out from the end looked familiar, so I had it examined. Turns out it's an antenna. Oh, like on a Beetle? Like on a cell phone. This device must use an electronic signal of some sort. An electronic signal, you say? Okay. Is that my evidence? It's not. You think you can take a look at this, Emma? Oh my god. Emma. Her rate of chewing is increasing. Better back off before it's too late. Okay. Let's see here. This was the window where Lemoire saw the crime from. I wish it was that simple. Kind of hard to see a crime when you can't see. But she did hear it. Yeah, but the window was closed. Maybe she heard it some other way? Maybe she heard it some other way. Look, the carpet's been torn up here. That's the part we did the liminal testing on in court. Lunimol? What's Lunimol? It's liminal. You can get it right. Ugh! Emma's kind of scary when it comes to science. Best learn the word and not incite her wrath again. Okay. So it wasn't this. Guitar case? Seeing these mirrors lined up that make like that makes me think I'm really in a dressing room. Look at all that makeup. All I know is they sure don't make up for. They don't make much for it clear. I guess she's not into makeup yet. That's one heavy-duty bouquet there. I have trouble thinking of flowers as being heavy-duty. But they call lots of things heavy-duty. Not flowers, they don't. What about a heavy scent? I think you mean heady. What if the flowers were plastic? They still wouldn't be heavy. Okay, what if they were made out of metal? What, like a magnolia made out of steel? Exactly. Though I hope all my fans don't start throwing metal flowers at me. I don't think there's anything left to find in here. That's the event that with Maki Tobai's fingerprints. What's with the frown? Can't the girl frown anymore? Is that a crime? No, of course not. I just meant Maki Tobai's fingerprints are on that airband. Why would his fingerprints be there if he wasn't the shooter? That's not a question I want to have answered in court. Hey, wipe that frown off your face. One stick in the mud per crime scene, please. I guess girls can frown, but defense attorneys can't. Alright. I don't think there's anything left in here. Okay. We're moving. Back in here. Okay. I did not mean to go back in here. Okay. Governor's dressing room time. Okay. I see nothing. Police uniform hangs on the stand here. Ooh, I want to try it on. Nothing to see here. Move along. It's okay. You don't have to go that far to be special. I mean, you're not exactly the type who's just another face in the crowd. Really? You think so? I guess you're right. Now I feel like a meanie for that insinuation. Okay, I don't think... I don't think there's anything in here. We're moving. Let's go to stage. Really? There's nothing? There's no way there's nothing here. Look at all of the electronics. They must be sound related. Doesn't seeing a bunch of machines like this make you want to fiddle with them? Can I, Apollo? Please? No. No fiddling. You'll break something. If you're going to make an omelet, you gotta break some eggs. That's what Dad always says. These eggs look kind of expensive. Okay, what about the piano? Maki plays so beautifully. Yeah, like a real pianist. That's just silly, Apollo. How can you call someone as good as Maki a pianist? Why, that's like throwing him in the same class as Dad. Good thing Mr. Wright didn't hear that one. Oh man. I'm sure he's great. Missing guitar? Now that's a big instrument case. That's a case for a contrabass, I think. You could fit 20 violins in there, I bet. It may look like a violin, but it's a completely different instrument. You could fit 5 truces in there, I bet. Oh, she did not like that. Are you comparing me to an instrument? I wonder who left it sitting open like that. You know what? That's a very good point. We looked at that. I doubt there's anything else. So what's left? Salmon. Maybe move. Maybe I don't think. Okay. What if I present? She can't see a photo. What if I ask her about the keys? Do you think you can tell me about this? I'm sorry, but my information about the outside world is somewhat limited. I only know what I have heard or felt. Maybe that explains why she didn't react when I showed her stuff the other day. She was still pretending she could see then. Okay. What if I presented the pamphlet? Do you think you can tell me about this? Ah, she can't see the pamphlet. I'm so stupid. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We're moving. Coliseum. Oh my god, I did not even see this. Hand cursor is cute. That is a whole. Oh, I can't even. This is a whole finger. Okay, I guess we're just looking at everything out here. Sunshine Coliseum sure is living up to its name today, right? Yeah. It's huge! And Mr. Gavin got to play on that enormous stage. I'm so jealous. Someday, I'll fight my first battle on this stage. Battle? Well, yeah, it's Coliseum, isn't it? They don't do gladiatorial contests and that at these places anymore, Trucy. Really? I had no idea. I wonder why they stopped. Sometimes I worry about it. It's fine. Balloon Man. What's that? Creature there. Oh, that's the police mascot, the Blue Badger. Huh? It's life-size. Haven't you seen them around town? Patrolling the streets? Yes, not even Law and Order has a mascot. I'd run from that thing even if I wasn't a criminal. Why does its head wobble like that when it walks? It's freaky. I don't think you're showing true Blue Badger spirit, Apollo. I think it's great. I love it. Look, a blimp. Those balloons next to it have sponsors ads on them. Let's see. Big sale. All shirts 50% off. Oh. It's an ad for the department store next door. Oh, that's it? Okay. I got nothing from this. Ain't nothing from here. Must be something else. Okay. Anything new? No. Move again. Okay. Maki. Actually, before I do anything, we're gonna save. Perfect. Well, we're gonna present to you undeniable proof. I don't speak this language. I think he said I'm sorry, I cannot speak your language. You're very beautiful, fair maiden. This is why I never trust a translator. Okay, but you can see. Show this. I think he said. Oh my god. It's fine. It's fine. What if I show him this? Okay. I don't think anything I show him is gonna change anything. That's fine. I'm missing something, and I don't know what's. Oh, hold on. I forgot to give him a voice. You know what? I gotta drink some water for this. Okay, here we go.
What's this? You would ask me for a mirror.
Oh wait, no, he said this. He already said this. Never mind. Okay, we're moving back to the Coliseum. I am missing something, and I don't know what. What am I missing? Something important. Okay. I think there's no way it doesn't have anything to do with Emma. Probably. Do you know? Not yet. I remember. I tried that one. How about this? Do you think you can look at this up? No, she doesn't like that either. What about the revolver? That's an Interpol issue revolver, right? Which means it belongs to Mr. Latois. He must have had it to begin with. Sounds that way. So if it was Maki, are we saying Maki stole it from Mr. Latois? Now that's a really hard thing to imagine him doing. Okay, nothing new from that. What about this? Okay, unresponsive. What about this? Unresponsive. I'm gonna get to this. Autopsy. I don't think getting much response from much of this. What if? Okay, so in that case, I'm definitely missing something. Gifts. A stack of presents from the Moir. Stars always get the biggest presents. You know, you could give me a present, Apollo. Here, have a piece of candy. Gee, thanks. She must not get a lot of presents. Poor girl. Oh. Okay. Maybe something new from the gun? The murder weapon. So it belonged to Mr. Latois. That thing makes normal revolvers look like water guns. Mr. Latois was a big man, but how about the person who shot him? Wouldn't they have to be about his size? It's a good point. What was that? What's this? It's one of those permanent dryers you can see in hair salons. Is that what they're called? Permanent dryers? Do I look like a beautician? I just know they dry your hair and give you permanent. It just doesn't sound very glamorous, you know? Okay, how about a permachine? Or you can go more simple, like permer. This isn't a bad game, thinking up official names for things. Not that it makes the name actually official or anything. It's fine. It's fine, it's fine. No. Okay, there's nothing here. What about flowers? The shooter must have used that to climb on the vent. All this tragedy is because someone left the stepladder here. I don't think Mr. Latois was shot because of the ladder. Think it was Maki? I guess that air vent is pretty small after all. Does this prove he was at the scene? Did he escape in the time between the gunshot and us opening the door? There's no way. There's actually no way that's what happened. That's one of the biggest, most expensive looking TVs I've ever seen. Too bad you'll never own one. That's crazy. That's insane. Never's kind of harsh, Trucy. How about for all eternity then? Same difference. Same difference. not saying much new things. Maybe the fruit. Look, it's fruit. Fruit, Apollo, fruit. I heard you the first time. Sure is a lot of fruit. I doubt anyone would miss a lot of watermelon. I know I'll make it. I'll make it vanish into my stomach. Better not. They make you pay for it. And if you have the money for that, you should probably repaint the office first. Watermelons are that expensive? Shrug. These could have been imported from some exotic locale for all we know. Okay. What am I missing? What could I possibly be missing? It's probably something really simple and really easy. Okay, we looked at this already. Right after that shooting took place, Lamar tried to come into the dressing room and dropped her brooch. I think that fits with the other stuff we know. Do you think the timing when she dropped it is important? Yeah, something about it bugs me for sure. It's true. Look at the way these bullets tore through this thick wall. That revolver really was something else. I wonder if someone as little as me could even fire it. Dislocating your shoulder would kind of put a crimp on your stage career. Dad always has stiff shoulders. Maybe that could loosen him up. Don't even mention it. I'm afraid he might go out and actually try it. Nah, he doesn't have the guts to pull the trigger, I bet. Okay, so what do we even know? What do we have? We've got this headset. All concert staff wore. We know all concert staff wore one of these bad boys. Would he have had one? I mean, maybe. What he could actually see. Okay. You know what? What if we go back to our office and ask him. Okay, we gotta try this. Tell me about this magic. So I was wondering, that stunt in the middle of the song there, I didn't see a stunt. What about Lamar vanishing and reappearing? Oh, that? I guess I'm so used to seeing that happen I didn't even notice. So young to be so jaded. A simple sleight of hand, a petite prestidigate. Oh wait, hold on.
A simple sleight of hand, a petite prestidigitation. Immediate a modicum of magic from me to you.
So that's why you were at the concert. Yes, I was there to watch my trick to take to the air. So you're the one who knows how it was all done.
Of course, I am like a deity. With the stage as my domain. I suffer no mystery upon those flooded boards, not grasp tightly twixt my fingers. It is a potent primeval power I possess.
Well, do you think you could tell me how it was done? Hey now, Trucy, that's like totally against the rules, Apollo. Not during a murder investigation, or not. It's not.
Manu, for my illusions are mine alone, monsieur. Also
what?
Recall that the terrible occurrence happened later. Well after my illusion entranced the audience.
Oh.
Don't even ask. I won't answer.
Too bad for you, Apollo. Grr. Whose side are you on?
I, Valiant Grummery, now make my leave, Miss Trucy.
Oh, he's leaving. Okay, that's good. That's good. There's no need to rush, Uncle Valiant. You should stay a while.
I am afraid I cannot. I may not. I shall not. I have been asked to assist with an analysis, and so I shall slink back to the scene.
So, you'll be at the concert venue today?
Correct. If you would call on me, come to the Coliseum. See you later,
That's not how it goes. That's not the same goes. With the whirl of his cloak and a wink of his eye, he turned and walked out through the door. Normally. Well, there you go, Apollo. Let's get cracking. Right. Gallant Grummery. I've got a few more things to ask him. Foremost among them, that bit of magic that made Lamar disappear. And how he knows Trucy and her real father. Okay, nothing new there. Okay, did I ask you about the thing already? I think I did, but just to be sure. Okay, no, yeah, I asked about this. Next we go probably here? Yes! Okay. July 9th. In the wings. That song. Isn't that the one that Lamar was singing? Yeah, you're right. The guitar serenade. Wow. I'd love to do a show on a stage like this. I'd come to see that. The house is full, and as one, the audience sighs with the wonderment. There I am, singing my ballad, rose petals swirling through the air. Not bad. Wait, aren't you a magician? Oh, that's right. I was a magician, wasn't I? Some dedication. Oh.
Aha! If it isn't Miss Trucy, and indeed it is!
Uncle Valiant.
What exactly are you doing here?
Oh wait, no. What exactly are you doing here?
I take real responsibility in tasks undertaken. I am inspecting my equipment of illusion to make sure naught is amiss.
The Lamar teleportation illusion. Ooh.
Should anything go wrong, it would reflect poorly upon me and my troop. As I went about my exacting examination, I happened to notice that piano. And I remember that fair lady's melancholy melody.
Hey Apollo, maybe Uncle Valiant can shed some light on this whole thing for us. Okay. I was wondering about the show the night of the murder. Lamar's vanishing act was your illusion, right?
Indeed. The Purple Prosecutor petitioned my performance. At the climax of the song, he said, "Make her disappear, like a dream."
Like a dream.
Yet, what can I work on with a stage meant for musical endeavors? There are none of the conveniences of a stage built for sorceress acts. It was a challenging task, and so I accepted.
She disappeared from the top of the tower. But in order to move, you would have to have had to use some sort of secret tunnel.
People come to me because I'm a professional among professionals. My illusions are custom made for a time and a place. Now, because of the murder, all the eyes of the nation are on this concert. Not a bad thing as far as the fortunes of true Grummery are concerned.
So, you were here checking up on your trick to make sure it went well?
And went well it did. Now, speaking of pianos, that piano over there troubles me.
It troubles you? Why?
Why? Why do you ask why?
Oh my god, my voice is dying. Hold on. Hold. Hold on a second. I need to go grab water. Hold up. BRB. How to do the thing. Alright. Be right back. Okie dokie. We're so back. I think, yeah. I think it's probably quicker if I just check it out myself, thanks. True Grummery.
I know what you were thinking. Isn't in that head of yours? Grummery, yes.
You say, or
You say? I recall seeing him on television. Something of that sort?
actually, yes, you're right. Wow, he just read your mind, Apollo. Or everyone tells him that he made a good guess.
It was 20 years ago. A young magician, a genius of his time, came down among us. His name was Magnifi Grummery. It was he who began the great True Grummery. In his prime, not a day passed that he did not play upon the screens of every TV there was.
I do have a vague memory of someone like that on TV.
Yet several years ago, that time came to an end. My True pulled the vanishing act, yes. Cries for magic no longer heard. The TV screen a barren waste, stripped of illusion.
That's not true. I still went to all your shows. Like that one in the parking lot down in the supermarket. When you start playing in supermarket parking lots, you know you're in trouble.
We hone our skills at these small venues, always awaiting our time. Yes, one day we will rise up from obscurity onto fame's shining stage once more. I do this not only for the magic that is Grummery, but for my partner.
Your partner? You mean
Yes, Zach Grummery.
Shushi's father?
Before he disappeared 7 years ago, there was no name higher than Grummery in show business circles. None. I will see us return to glory. I, valiant Grummery.
Yeah, it's gonna be a sizable chunk of water each time I do that.
Our fond and magnific Grummery was truly a genius, a worker of miracles.
I'll never forget the one I saw when I was little. How he made that whole jumbo jet go. What happened to the jet again? Apparently someone doesn't remember it as well as they thought.
Of all the would-be magicians who came to his door, only Zack and I had the talent. In no time at all, Valiant and Zack were the shining stars in the Gramarye crown.
Cool, huh? And Zach Gramarye was my dad.
Now that Magnifi and Zack are gone, I have but one wish. Let it be I, Valiant Gramarye, who brings the Gramarye miracle back to the big stage.
I'm rooting for you.
Miss Trucy, you cannot grow up quick enough. I need your skill by my side.
Okay. One skill coming up. How do we manage to get off topic of the case so quickly all the time? Okay. Oops. That's one big piano. I've never actually played one. Huh. You should get Mr. Right to teach you sometime. No good. He can't play either. I kind of feel bad for the guy now. Maybe now's my big chance. Stand back. This could be the debut of a prodigy. Ew. Did you make that noise just now? Let me try again. Let me try it again. You know, I think something's stuck in the piano. Time to take a look. Time to take a look under the hood. Huh? Look! This was stuck between the strings. It looks like some kind of switch. Someone must have thrown this in the piano. Found on stage. It's a switch for something, and that's about all I know. Okay. Let's examine this switch. The switch sitting here tempting me to push it. Don't. You might blow up the whole Colosseum. Apollo, please. I think that every strange switch triggers a bomb. That kind of old-fashioned crime drama thinking doesn't cut it in our busy times. Alright, Trucy PI, please enlighten me. What do you think the switch does? Maybe it turns on on the electric razor in Prosecutor Gavin's dressing room? A switch as big as a razor to turn on a razor? Okay. Okay. My good sir, what do you know about this?
What?
Wait, actually.
All I can see before me is this stage and me upon it. Nothing smaller, nothing less radiant catches my eye.
True. You're getting on in years. Not much time left in your mark, huh?
This is not how I was seeing it.
So he doesn't care about what I have to show him. Oh, so he doesn't care. What does Miss Lemoire think? Oh wait, we'll show her. I pressed the wrong button. Do you think you could tell me about this? Oh yeah, she's blind. She's blind. I keep forgetting she's blind. Okay, maybe. Oh, you know what? That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Okay, nothing new. Here we go. Do you think you could tell me to take a look at this? Small device. Looks like a transmitter. A transmitter? You press this switch here and it sends out a signal. No idea what it's for though. A signal? You mean an electronic signal? What is it, Apollo? Say, Emma, you know that strange object you said you found? Oh, this? Let me try pressing this switch. Youch! It's on fire! Emma's device is on fire! What's the big deal? Oh, I see. Ack. So that is how they set the guitar on fire. Well, now we know what this is, an igniter. This part here must work like a lighter. It nearly lit me up, that's for sure. Hey, don't look at me like that. I didn't do it on purpose. I suppose. At least we're getting somewhere with all this, with this case. Hey, Apollo, let's ask Emma more about this switch, now that she has some first-hand experience. Make good point. We'll do that right now. What are you trying to do? Burn me alive? Come on, it was just a few sparks. Says you. You weren't the one holding it. There's enough sparks flying around here just with you two talking. Anyway, now we know this is a remote for an igniter. Let me see that for a second. Well, this is definitely a little transmitter. The signal's weak, probably only reaches 30 feet. A transmitter, huh? Remote trigger update. Oh, I see. Found on stage triggers an igniter within 30 feet. Okay. Incidentally, if you look at the cross-section diagram of this stage area, let's see, 30 feet from Lamar's dressing room. That covers the backstage completely. It also looks like it could cover the stage. Kind of seems unlikely anyone would use this on stage. Okay. Form diagram added to the court record. Guess I'd best be getting on with my investigation. We'll have to look for more clues somewhere else then, or elsewhere then. I feel better just knowing what this thing is now. I'll have to look into the igniters a bit more later. Good luck. I'd like to know a bit more about igniters myself. Igniter added to the court record. Front of the crime scene. Emits a flame when triggered by remote control. Okay. Let's look at it in 3D. All these little parts, it's pretty complex. I'm guessing this is where the fire comes out. Other than that, good thing machines run even if we don't know how they work. That's what Daddy always says. Not really a saying you want to go around repeating, Shusi. Okay. Okay. Seems like that's about it. So there's nothing here. I just can't. Oh my gosh. Let's move here. There's nothing new here. I guess we'll have to leave. See what's up with our boy. July 9th, Sunshine Coliseum. What? What? Come to laugh at the murderer? It's Arian. That old bag opens your pie hole and wham bam, my life goes down the chute. Thanks. They won't let me work while I'm a suspect. Arian isn't the best of moods, is he? Not many people are these days, it seems. It is a crime scene, not exactly the happiest place to hang out. And Gavin had to go rub salt into the wound. Alibi's rock solid. Rock solid! Alright. Give me some info. So, about your alibi. You have to ask. The shooting happened right in the middle of the third set. That's right. The music was blaring when we heard those gunshots. I found Mr. Latois dead. I got 10,000 witnesses who saw me too. Right there on that stage. The guitar playing was something else. Thanks, little lady. See? This whole thing's a sham. Can't believe they aren't letting me work. There's no need to yell at me. It's Lamar's fault. She was the one who said she heard his voice at the moment of the crime. Man, I never even talked to that old windbag. How could she possibly identify me? They won't let you work? He won't let me work. Gavin says I gotta lie low till the suspicion is cleared. What suspicion? He can be such a stick in the mud. Mr. Gavin? A stick in the mud? He may look all flashy and showy, but he's straight as an arrow, man. Except when he's depressed. You hear him whining the other day? Oh, you mean the thing with the mixing board? And that there was that... And then there was that performance just now. What was all that about? This part is off. Which is that? Second guitar. Ah. It was you, Darian. He's just a perfectionist is all. Not a bad guy, really. I think the Gaviniers are the best. I have all your albums. The band's fine too. Gavin can write a good tune, I'll give him that. Come to think of it, I haven't seen Prosecutor Gavin around much. Oh, him? He's down at the prosecutor's office, most likely. Prosecutor's office? I've never been there before, have I? The data on the victim should have come in from Interpol. Normally, I'd be down there dealing with it. Normally. Apollo, let's check it out. I've always wanted to see the prosecutor's office. Maybe that's not a bad idea. Right on! Say hi for me. This guy looks stupid. Oh my god. Tell him I went into that crime scene. We'll be going now. Hey, wait. Yes? What do you really think happened? Really? You don't think I did it, right? Well, great way to instill a guy with some confidence. Just remember, I was ripping it up on stage when it happened, okay? Ripping! Don't get led astray by some siren song, eh? Get this one wrong and you'll be eating humble pie for a year. I'll bake it myself. Let's not talk to him anymore, alright? Detective Darian Crescent. He's one stone I'd leave unturned if I had a choice. Car. How? What if? 9 p.m. 9:30. What if? Okay. I got a theory. What if they use the transmitter to shoot the man in the shoulder? July 9th, Prosecutor Gavin's office. So, this is it. The Gaviner's head office. It's not the band's office. It's the prosecutor's office. Yeah, so that's why I'm asking, what is this creepy thing? Object, whatever. Looks like Prosecutor Gavin is on the phone. Oh well. Guess we'll have to come back. Or we can hide behind that bookshelf real quiet like. That's eavesdropping. Why? We'd just be waiting. Quietly. So you won't notice. What if we heard something scandalous about the band? She'd make a good reporter for a gossip mag. What? A replica? So why was he after it in the first place? Yeah, Latois. Latois? Look, don't talk to me about those Borginians, okay? Just get me that report. Chop chop. Stop leaving mysterious objects in my office, okay? It's times like this when I start to miss Darian. Huh? Hiya. Teehee, just thought we'd drop in. Hope you're not mad. How could I be? There's not enough teehee in the world in any case. Have a seat. Prosecutor Gavin, the philanthropist. Watch and learn, Apollo. So you came to see? Huh? Clavier, lead vocalist for the Gavineers. Our Prosecutor Gavin, scourge of the courtroom. What do you think he means, Apollo? I think he's giving us a choice. We can either ask him about the concert or the case. Which way to go? Okay. Oops. Ah, that reminds me. Did you see the paper today? Yes! I always read the TV section. Good girl. How about you, Air Forehead? I read the I read the funnies. Then you will not have seen this. Concert of Tragedy. The Prosecutor's Deadly Song. Oh, is that a new show? Haven't heard about that one. It's not a show. It's an article. News, you know? Oh, does that have anything to do with the case? Since getting back from the trial, my phone has been ringing off the hook. How does it feel to take a man's life with a song? Have you ever hummed a man all the way to death row? Do you think you could sing for me over the phone? It is endless.
Endless!
Thanks to the case you made today, of course. Oh, that was all Apollo's idea. Hey! Is that a newspaper over there too? Ah, yes. The Borginian Daily Bugle. Go ahead, take a look. Thanks, but I can't read Borginian. Oh, that's right. Suffice it to say, this is big news over there as well. Though they didn't go so far as to mention the lyrics to my song. Probably no one in Borginia could believe it. It's probably seen as just a theory at this point. The journalist didn't see the need to mention it. That makes sense. I hardly know what to think of it myself. Borginia newspaper added to the court record. Lamoire's testimony will probably be in the evening edition, I'd imagine. Which is why I've had Dorian step down from the investigation for now. Yeah, we ran into him moping in front of the Coliseum. Lamoire wasn't my invited guest, so it is a rather delicate situation. You understand how much I want to solve this case. Quickly, if possible. I really love that song. It has such a great atmosphere to it. You co-wrote it with Lamoire, if I remember correctly. That's right. It was last year. I had gone to tour Borginia's legal system, as a matter of fact. And that's when you heard Lamoire's voice? It was at a small jazz club. I wept that night. I knew I had to meet her, to talk to her. So I used my influence, which is not inconsiderable, to arrange a meeting. Wow, prosecutors really have a lot of clout. I think he's sort of a special case, Trucy. Thankfully, she liked the work I did, and we wrote a song right there backstage. Maki on the piano, that dulcet voice, and myself on a guitar that I borrowed from Lamoire. And music history was made. Probably not an experienced or average lawyer would ever have, like Apollo say. It is a memory I hold dear, and the song we wrote that night was this. And that very guitar is right over there. You mean this charred lump? Don't call it a lump, that's a piece of history. And it's only browned, not really charred. No matter. I shall never sing that song again. I wouldn't have used that guitar again either. I could have. What happened during that song anyway? Why did his guitar suddenly catch fire? Oh, dude, it's so obvious why it caught fire. It's so obvious. Do you think you could show it to us? Your charred, slightly burnt guitar? I'm sure he doesn't mind. What more could happen to it? Alright. Let's look at it. That was an impressive bit of pyrotechnics that did this. That's a guitar from the concert, isn't it? I thought it was one of the staff playing a gag on me. I never guessed that wasn't the end of it. I had a specialist analyze the guitar. Incidentally. Oh, did you find anything out? He didn't have a lot of time, so it's still unclear. But the results he came up with were intriguing. Intriguing? How does that guitar tie into everything that went on? Sounds like something we should ask about. Okay. It was a beautiful instrument. It was played lovingly for many years. A guitar befitting a woman like Lamoire. How did it end up here? She gave it to me. I mentioned how much I enjoyed playing it that night, and she made a present of it. So this guitar is from Borginia? That it is. We couldn't carry it on the plane. Changes in air pressure and humidity ruined the wood. So we vacuum packed it in Lamoire's studio. I used a special shipping service available to me for transporting evidence. They brought it right up to my office for me. Pristine and untouched. See, prosecutors do have a lot of clout. I still think he's a special case. Such a valuable guitar. It's too bad it got burned. Added to the court record. What was it that you were saying earlier? Something about intriguing results from an examination of the guitar? That's right. What was all that about? Well, you know how guitars have a round hole in the front? It's called the sound hole. Ah, so that's what it's called. Well, they found something attached to the wood just inside the hole. A broken device of some sort. A broken device? Yes. This, in fact. The examiner is busy with evidence for the case now, however, so he'll be checking this out once he's finished everything else. Odd. That device looks strangely familiar. Doesn't mention lyrics from Moore's Ballad. A gift from Lamore, sent from Virginia, burned on the night of the concert. There's lightly scorched, and then there's this. It's burned clean through. Yep, it's pretty much a useless piece of junk. It's kind of like you after a trial, Apollo. Which part, the burned clean through or the useless piece of junk? Okay. I think that's all we can get from this. Take this! It has to be one of these. What is it, Apollo? That device that was found in your guitar. Take a look at this. Oh! Why, that looks like the same thing. What is it? It's an igniter. Another one? It was at the crime scene in the Moore's dressing room. Detective Sky found it, actually. At the scene of the crime? What could that mean, I wonder? Prosecutor Gavin, about this remote. Did you say something? This remote control might be valuable ammunition for the trial tomorrow. It's too early to show my hand now. You think someone with such a loud voice would speak more clearly, yeah? Okay. Think. Okay. Autograph. Peter. What about this? What's on that plate there? Is that gum? Gum? Maybe he was chewing it when the phone rang, so he put it on the plate for later consumption. You'd think a rock star could afford a fresh stick. Don't jump to any conclusions now. That's no chewing gum. Take a closer look. Although I really shouldn't be offering, should I? What is that? That looks like a lump of plastic? Wait, that phone call. Yeah, so that's why I am asking. What is this creepy thing, object, whatever? Looks like Prosecutor Gavin is on. Oh, right. So why was he after it in the first place? Prosecutor Gavin, does this have anything to do with Mr. Latois? Wait a second. You were listening to my phone call, weren't you? Who, us? I tried to stop him, really, but he forced me to. And you were the one digging for a scandal, Miss Reporter. To tell the truth, I'm not even sure what it is. But apparently it's a model of something undercover agent Mr. Latois was after. This lump? Would you mind telling us what you do know about it? Okay. This was found in Mr. Latois' bag. It's apparently a replica of something. Replica. It's a small lump about 1.5 inches long. We analyzed it, but there's not much to say other than it's a lump of plastic. Perhaps it was to be used in the identification of whatever it is a replica of. You mean whatever Mr. Latois was after? That seems to be the most logical explanation. Well, what is it? Don't ask me, Fraulein. Oh? If you don't want to tell us, you could just say so. I put it in a request to Interpol via my contacts in Virginia, but apparently there is a block on the information somewhere along the chain. Oh? There's something either Interpol or Virginia doesn't want to share. Something about this little piece of plastic. Mr. Latois went through all the trouble to become the Mars manager, just to come to this country to find out more about this lump, and he died for it. Replica added to the court record. I've sent someone to the Coliseum to fetch Lamore. Perhaps she knows something about it, being a Burgundian. I believe that covers everything I'm at liberty to talk to you about. Oh, thanks for dropping by. Air forehead. Thanks? Why, you gave me so much information. That igniter, for instance. Oh, that. I've never met an attorney so forthcoming with the prosecution. It's a big help. Or perhaps you're just a tad naive. I guess I could have hit it, but somehow showing it felt like the right thing. I could say the same to you, Mr. Prosecutor Gavin. Thanks for the information about the strange lump of plastic. The one that Mr. Latois was in. Oh, actually, let me look at that. Okay. Hold on. Sample. Sample, huh? I think they put big enough label on it. Maybe it's to keep people from eating it by mistake. Yes, they might think it was an otherwise tasty multicolored lump of plastic. Maybe it's the manufacturer? Sample toys, when you can't afford the real thing. Sounds like a company Mr. Right would like. Now one thing Mr. Oh, wait. Right. Hey, that's right. I've been thinking. Air forehead. We encountered many incidents in our lives. All of us. Not all of them simple. Especially not the ones where people are killing the song lyrics. That is why I try to at least remain simple inside. And I keep a simple goal. To discover the truth. That's why I like to keep relations civil. Yeah. That is all. I can live with that. Mr. Prosecutor? Fraulein? Can I ask you why you sing in a band? Ah, because I want women to turn and look when I walk down the street. That's pretty simple too. Now if you excuse me, I've got work to do. Another time perhaps. Okay. I think I finally have what I need. Oh? Looks like Maki's in questioning. Huh. Police must have a Borginian translator. That's not fair. I wish we could talk to him. I guess we'll just have to come back later if we want to see him. I guess so. I guess back to the Coliseum. Oh. Oh, it's you. You came at a good time. Hello there, Emma. What's up? Either of you know where Lamore is? Well, I saw her in the backstage hallway a while ago. Yeah? That's strange. What's strange? I can't find her anywhere. I was supposed to bring her to the prosecutor's office. Lamore's missing? It's hard to imagine her wandering off somewhere on her own. Being that she's blind and all. Yeah, we'll help you look for her. Great. Thanks. Okay. July 9th, backstage hallway. This place is deserted. I wonder where Lamore went off to. I'm sure she's okay on her own. She seems resourceful. I guess, but I can't help worry about her a little. Okay. Magician man? You still here? Huh? Stage is pitch dark. The power breaker must be off for this section. Great. I'll go get someone. Oh my gosh. Eyeballs. Yipes. It was really dark out here. Dark. That's all Lamore has when you think about it. So edgy. What would it be like to live in the world of darkness? Hey Apollo. Huh? What? Doesn't something about the stage seem different to you? You are so right. Like something's changed. I can't put my finger on it, but it's bugging me. Now it's bugging me too. What's he talking about? Oops. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, that case. Wasn't that open before? Huh. I guess someone closed it. Wait, look! Where the case closes. Something's sticking out. That doesn't look like an instrument. You don't think it's... Let's open it, Apollo. Oh my god. Gosh. Oh my goodness. Eek! Lamore! Lamore! Emma! We have to get Emma. Lamore was taken directly to the hospital. Emma ran around, barking orders, making phone calls. Juicy just clung to my arm and cried. And me, I was still in shock. 2 bodies in 2 days is too many. July 9th, 5:53 p.m. Hakefield Clinic, waiting room. Emma, how's Lamore? Is she okay? Ah, you. We all owe you a big thanks, that's for sure. So, she's okay? Yes, she came to a short while ago. I found her before it was too late. That's good to hear. So, what happened? Someone attacked her. She was struck in the forehead. By who? We don't know. But they hit her on her forehead, right? That's right in front of her. Oh. How could she? Oh. Right. Would you like to see her now? Is that alright? She wants to thank you for saving her life. Perfect. Oh, she looks fine. Dare I say even looks good. Lamar! Mr. Attorney. You were the one who found me? Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm just glad you're okay. Tell me, what happened? Oh, okay. Attacked! It was after I spoke with you in front of the dressing room. I sensed someone approaching. I thought it might be someone coming to see me, but they said nothing. When I went to return to my dressing room, you were hit? I knew. In that very moment, I knew. The assailant was trying to kill me. No. It was lucky for me the first blow did not knock me out. I turned and ran for the stage. Someone was chasing me. I could hear footsteps. Yeah, I reached the stage first. Why the stage? I had overheard maintenance people talking. The power of the stage area was off, they said, for electrical work. Ah. Darkness is my ally. There was a contrabass case near the stage. That is where I hid. So the assailant couldn't see you. Once in the case, I'm afraid I passed out. Sounds like a really close call. But who closed the case? Do you have any idea who might have been? Unfortunately, no. Whoever it was, they said not a word. Too bad. Yet when I considered that I was struck high on the forehead, I must conclude that whoever hit me was taller than I am. Good point. And you're much taller than I am. You're about as tall as Apollo. So that means he was likely an adult, and probably a man. Could it be him? Why would anyone attack you, Lamar? The detective asked me this, too. And to her, I gave the same answer I give you. I do not know. Well, do you know anything about this, Lamar? Bam! Lamar, I wanted to ask you about this. Do you know what this is? This is what? Oh, right. Mr. Latour was carrying it. It's a replica of the thing he was after. He was after? You know, in his secret identity. As an undercover agent. So that's what he was doing. You mean, you know what? Yes, I know, of course. This must be a Borginian cocoon. Or rather, a convincing replica thereof. Why haven't I heard of a Borginian cocoon before? Why would he be carrying this around? Is this some kind of souvenir? I wonder. Can you tell me about it? Well, they call it Borginian. It must only be found in Borginia. For certain, all in Borginia know of these. It's a cocoon, so do you get silk from it? I do not know the details, I'm sorry to say. I thought she said all in Borginia knew. There is one fact I do know about the cocoon, though. Something all in Borginia know. What's that? The cocoons, they are not to be taken out of the country. If someone does and is caught, they will be put to death. To death? Why? I do not know. Yeah, if Interpol was involved, I'm sure there is a good reason. But this is just a piece of plastic. He was carrying a replica, but looking for the real deal. That's my best guess. So that's what he was up to. Tracking down Borginian cocoon smuggling. Smuggling. It seems I was marked. Marked? Life changed for me with the popularity of my songs. I began to travel around the world. So you could have brought those Borginian cocoons with you. On my trips, yes. That was probably the suspicion. And Mr. Latour was placed as an undercover agent to look into it. Borginia is a small, sheltered country. Not many of our people venture into the world outside. Is that why they suspected you? But Mr. Latour wasn't a Borginian, was he? He was an Interpol agent. Which means... What, Apollo? There must be some reason why Borginia doesn't want those cocoons getting out. Something scary enough to get Interpol involved. Huh. Like what? How could such a tiny ball of thread cause such a commotion? Cocoon smuggling. And Mr. Latour had Lamar marked. Couldn't be her. Huh? There's one other person I need to talk to. Thank you for talking to us, Lamar. It was the least I could do. Actually, I have another request. If it is within my power, I need an interpreter, someone who speaks Borginian. Apollo? Would you come with us if you're well enough? I see. Yes, of course. I shall accompany you. Huh? Where are we going? Come on, Chisi. We're about to get to the bottom of this. Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready. Drop the truth. Drop the truth on me. Maki. We came to talk to you about the case. Maki. Could you interpret for us, Lamar? Yes. Maki. I'd like to talk to you about when we first met. When we still thought you were blind. Now we know the truth. You can see, right? I was completely fooled myself. Maki, isn't there another secret you're hiding from us? Wait, Mr. Attorney, what do you mean by secret? Bam! Take that! If I'm not mistaken, you know something about this, don't you? Hey, you got a reaction. A big one. Maki, you didn't. Shusi and I are trained to see people's uncertainty. Not that we would have needed any training to see that one. Mr. Attorney, please tell me what this is all about. Lamar, please interpret. Very well. I know you know something about this by your reaction. If you won't tell me, I might have to give it to the prosecution and have them look into it. He asks you to wait. Do not be so hasty. Maki? Do you know everything? Yes, everything. Well, sort of. Have him tell us about it. Very well. The cocoon. What is this cocoon anyway? The cocoon, the silk, is a potent cure. A cure? It must cure some disease. It's a cure for incuritis. What? A cure for incuritis? Replica updated. Replica of a cocoon from which a remedy for incuritis may be extracted. But if it's a cure, why keep it in Borginia like that? Just think of all the lives they could save by sharing the medicine. I do not understand the reasons myself. Okay, well, at least we know what it is. A cure. And Mr. Latois was after cocoon smugglers. Wait, was Maki... Maki, you weren't... He couldn't be a smuggler. He's so little. Well, you're only 15, and you're sort of a magician, aren't you? Well, that's true. I am sort of a magician. She said sort of. Oh, to have a copy of that security camera tape. Well, Maki, are you a smuggler? He won't tell me. First he plays blind, now he plays dumb. I wonder, do you think he brought a cocoon here to sell it? Oh wait. To sell it to someone? If Maki really did bring one into the country, was he planning on making a deal for its sale? I can't go home. Can't go home? I can't go home to Borginia. I do not want to go home. The penalty for taking... Oh. That's right. It's punishable by death. About the case. What about the case? He wants to tell us about Mr. Latois' death. This meeting's over. Darian? What do you mean visiting hours aren't over yet? There's a call from Moki from the Borginian embassy. This meeting is over. Sorry. Just give us 5 more minutes. We can call them before after that. Sorry, no go. Come on, piano boy, we're leaving. Darian, wait. I never liked you. Either of you. Huh? Darn it, we were so close. He was about to tell us. Hey, Apollo. He didn't want us to hear about what Maki had to say. Apollo. And there can only be one reason why. Why is everyone ignoring me? Oh, sorry. This is it. I know who I'm after now. It all happens tomorrow. In court! Okay. We're saving. Hold on. I will. BRB. Cause it's a... Oh wait, hold on. It's a thriller. Thriller now. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay. Music is kilt. And we're back to this. Oh my gosh. When did that happen? Hold up. Hold up. That comment did not even appear on here. Oh boy. Ban. Delete. I'm my own best moderator. Okay. I think everything's. Did I mute it, or is that just it being silent? Okay, that's it being silent. I don't know why it wasn't showing on here. Okay. Save one more time. Oh, here we go. Yes, continue. I'm ready. July 10th, 9:48 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Well, this is it. Today's the day it all goes down. And then there was yesterday. This meeting is over. Sorry. Just give us 5 more minutes. We can call them back after that. Sorry, no go. Come on, piano boy. We're leaving. Darian, wait! I never liked you. Either of you. That's crazy. Huh? This guy's a killer. He's a killer. That or he's buying trafficked goods. Either way, he's a criminal. Darn it! We were so close. He was about to tell us. Hey, Apollo. You didn't want us to hear what Maki had to say. And I think I know why. Time to bring down a little justice. Whoa! What was that? He is heard, but unseen. Who's that talking? Oh my gosh.
Valiant Gramarye!
Oh no, wait, no. I said that. Valiant Gramarye! I exclaimed as he walked into the door, normally. You aren't the witness today, are you, Uncle Valiant?
A preposterous proposition! How could I stand to stand upon the stand? Why, my secrets would be free for the plucking. I might even have to sign autographs. That is why I intend to remain hidden for the entire day.
Ooh, with vanishing magic?
Indeed! I will jump upon the express train and express myself to the next town over. But before I go, a word of warning.
Warning? What?
A Grand Gramarye glamour resides at the root of all that has happened. Do not forget this truth.
A glamour?
A spell, a sorcery, a great illusion. Miss Trucy, though it pains me to part so, I need to get in line for a ticket. Farewell!
And he's gone. And there he goes. He sure seemed happy about that illusion thing. Oh, big illusions are bread and butter of a magician. You can't pull off a show with that one. The big illusion is always a spectacle to remember. Usually, it involves cutting up things like people or the Eiffel Tower. Anything, really. She was talking about what we saw at the concert. The Morris disappearing act. And Prosecutor Gavin's exploding guitar. I wonder what he meant by it being at the root of all that has happened. Well, it's about time. Shall we go? Ah, excuse me, sir. Yeah? Scheduled starting time for the trial has been changed. The trial will not be commencing until 10:30 a.m. Sorry for the inconvenience. Huh? Something happened? This is a first. It was by the judge's request. Some urgent personal business. Great. I bet he stayed up too late last night watching courtroom dramas. Apparently, he was visiting the hospital. Oh, the hospital. I believe it was mentioned that the Chief Justice's son is unwell. Apparently, his condition worsened considerably this morning. Chief Justice's son. Oh, that's right. Remember yesterday morning? I just said he had to go visit him after the trial. There's an article about it in the newspaper. If you care to read about it yourself. The newspaper article added to the courtroom. Or court record. Incuritis. Incuritis? Oh no. I'll let you read that article for us, Apollo. Just leave the TV guide page to me. Try not to lose the page with the funnies if you can. Oh yeah, here we go. July 10th, 10:30 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. My apologies for the delay. Court is now in session for the trial of, how do you say his name again? Maki Tsubaye, our suspect Fortissimo. Right. It's his trial in any case. The defense is prepared, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready to rock. Is something wrong, Your Honor? No, well, yes. It's just I've been friends with the Chief Justice since we were students. It pains me to see him going through such a difficult time. Incuritis, was it? The article said there is no known cure. Dear Judge, let me say, with all honesty, I feel your pain. But now is not the time for tears. Now is the time for law. Indeed. We left off at quite the juncture yesterday. I asked Interpol about that number. IPXX31314206. The agent registered under this number was Romain Letour. Thanks for looking into it for us, Detective Christen. It's a great help. Oh, no problem at all, Your Honor. I'll be heading out. Hold it! Wait! That voice just now. It was him. I'm sure of it. It was him? That voice I heard, talking to Mr. Letour. When I heard the gunshots fired, it was him. It was Mr. Darian. No way. Pretty solid flashback. Quite a sensational ending. Who would have thought Darian would guest star in the season cliffhanger as a suspect? I asked the prosecution to look into this matter. Please tell the court your findings. Darian Crescent is a member of my band, the Gaviniers. He is also a detective, making the current charges serious indeed. Yet, after investigation, I have found no cause to alter our case, file new charges. And the reason is, weren't you aware, Air Forehead? He has an impeccable alibi. An alibi. Let us review the facts again, shall we? The concert held on the night of the shooting was 3 sets. The Gaviniers ripped up the stage during the first set. For the second set, our guests took center stage. The only performers appearing were myself, Lemoire, and Maki, along with a drummer and a bassist, for a total of 5. The shooting in the dressing room, however, took place during the 3rd set. Lemoire and the defendant, Maki Tsubaye, had left at the stage at that point. The Gaviniers were already rocking. This is when two shots rang out at the time of the crime. Shots heard by Detective Emma Skye, mind you. And Apollo. You heard them too, right? I sure did. Furthermore, Lemoire herself witnessed the moment of the crime. Well, perhaps I should say she heard the moment of the crime, when she claims to have heard Mr. Letour and Detective Crescent talking. But that's impossible. Detective Crescent was... Precisely. Detective Crescent was on stage getting his groove on, no less. Viola. A perfect alibi! Does the defense have anything to add to this? It's true. When I heard those gunshots, he must have been on stage. Still, there's something here that doesn't quite add up. It appears the defense has no objections. I believe we can safely say that Darian Crescent's alibi has been acknowledged, which means that Lemoire was sadly mistaken. Her testimony cannot be true. Very well. Of course, if we disregard her testimony, I see no evidence keeping us from declaring a verdict. If indeed there are no objections. Uh-oh, Apollo. if he declares a verdict now. But Prosecutor Gavin's case is airtight. Lamar might have been lying to protect Maki. How can I rely on her testimony? Wait, what about yesterday in the detention center? What about the case? What about the case? Oh, flashback. This meeting's over. Darian? Maki was trying to tell us something. I know it. Maybe the best thing to do is ask him. Under oath. Very well. The court finds the defendant, what was his name? Objection! Your Honor! No, that wasn't it. It was something like Marquise or Mr. Justice? Your Honor, before you declare a verdict, I would like to call another witness. Exactly who else do you need to hear from? A witness who, until now, has not been given a chance to speak in this court. Because he doesn't speak English. You don't mean... I do. The defense calls defendant Maki Tabaya to the stand. What? But he doesn't speak English. We'll use an interpreter. Interpreter? I'm afraid you'll have to look elsewhere. I only speak a few phrases, such as I love you and where is the toilet? The defense would like to request Lamar. That's the interpreter. Lamar? But there's a possibility she's protecting the defendant. But she'd be interpreting for the defendant. Why would she lie? This is most unusual. Bravo, Air Forehead. Air Judge, the prosecution agrees with the defense's request. If Lamar lies, I'll be able to tell. Even my limited knowledge of the language should be enough for that. Well, if both prosecution and defense are for this, I see little cause for refusal. Finally, some progress. Bailiff, please show the defendant and Lamar to the witness stand. Let's suppose there's a first time for everything. Shall I proceed? Your name to begin with, if you would, Lamar. Yes. He says Maki Tabaya, the defendant. This is certainly a first for this courtroom. Not that we really needed an interpretation of that message in particular. So far, so good. Very well. Mr. Justice, if you would. Huh? If I would what, Your Honor? Would what? You called the defendant to the stand, did you not? What would you have him testify about? What do I want him to testify about? I hadn't thought of it that far yet. Apollo, aren't you going to ask him what he was going to tell us yesterday? How can I if I don't know what he was saying? Excuse me, a moment, if I might speak. Yes, Lamar? Just now, Machi said there is something about which he wishes to testify. Machi wants to testify about something? What could it be? What sort of testimony is he talking about? One moment, please. The suspense is killing me. What? 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 Well, Lamar? According to Maki, he has proof of his innocence. What? This is a surprise. Yahoo! Victory, Apollo! We did it! This is sounding too good to believe. I know what that usually means. Well, if that's true, then this is vital testimony. Maki, please testify to the court. Very well. Proof of innocence. He says that the word of Mr. Latoir's death came as a great shock. But if the killing truly followed the lyrics of my song, I, that is he, could not have done it. He says that because the lyrics are in English, he does not understand them. I see. He wouldn't have understood lyrics, English lyrics of the song. Lamar just told him. That would prevent him from following them so closely. I wondered what he meant by proof. Why, he would only have to ask Lamar to know the meaning of that song. Yeah, exactly. Lamar! Did you ever explain the lyrics to that song to him? I did tell him, generally, what the song was about, but never in so much detail, and he never asked. Has my oft-repeated warning already fled to that forehead? Lamar might be protecting the witness. Well, anyway, let us proceed with the cross-examination. Mr. Justice, if you would. Yes, Your Honor. Something's hidden in that testimony. I know it. I'll just have to trust my bracelet to tell me where. It worked yesterday. It'll work today.
Let's do it.
Proof of innocence. He says that word of Mr. Latoile's death came as a great shock. If the killing truly followed the lyrics of my song, I, that is he, could not have done it. He says that because the lyrics are in English, he does not understand them. I find that hard to believe. Or perceive this. Here we go. Oh. We got him! Gotcha! Maki. You can't fool my eyes. You glanced toward her the very moment Lamar said the word English. Why? And don't bother interpreting that. He understands me. Maki, tell the truth. You can understand English, can't you? What are you saying? Of course he can't. Must he continue the charade? Mr. Justice, Maki says this. I know the word English. Before coming to this country, he heard me speaking English. He learned the name for this language. That is all. What? Give me a break. Is that such an unusual word to understand? Do you not know Espanol, for instance? Well, yeah, but I'm sorry, but he truly does not understand your language. Well, then explain this. How does he know the crime followed the lyrics? Have you always been such a suspicious-minded lad? It is simple. So simple it hardly required an explanation. He read up... No, he didn't. No, he didn't. It didn't. Oh, I got you. Oh, I'm so ready. I'm ready for this. The newspaper. The Bulgarian Daily Bugle. You can buy it in this country these days, you know. Hey, how you doing? I don't know who you are, but you know, you might be a bot. But I'll leave the message for now. Anyways, they have already begun to report about this case in our homeland. I was right. What is wrong, Mr. Justice? Your eyes. You're quite fierce all of a sudden. Maki is lying! Maybe it's time to show them proof that he's lying. Lamau? Oh, oops. Lol, what do you mean? I mean, like, I don't know. Like, get ready with Mendo. I'm pretty sure it's a first time chatter. So, welcome. Oh, what are they doing? Maybe it's time to... Oh, hold on. Here we go. Here we go. Undeniable proof. Take that! Take that! This evidence proves that you're lying. Ah, perhaps my interpretation was at fault? Maki says, try... Oh, wait. Oh, no. Oh, I picked the wrong one. Oh, yeah, that's the English. Ah. Oh, I'm so dumb. I'm so stupid. One more time. That means he's lying. Maybe it's time to show them proof. I got too distracted. I'm a girl. Shut the freak up. Oh my god. Okay, here we go. Take that! Take that! I have here a Bulgarian newspaper. The Bulgarian Daily Bugle, as a matter of fact. Indeed, there is a feature article about this case, or about that case. Could you read this for me, Maki? That's right. It doesn't mention the lyrics. What? What is this all about? No worries. Do you mostly play this? Hold on. Do you mostly play this game? Yeah. Or for now. I'm sorry, Maki. You couldn't have read about the lyrics in a Borginian newspaper. I don't know how to interpret that. What does this mean? But I don't see how it's possible. So like, have you played any other games like horror? No. I don't have any horror games. But I don't see how it's possible. I know. He must have heard the lyrics when the police were doing their questioning. Yes. Not possible. The subject of the lyrics were not brought up in the police questioning. Whew. He shut that down real quick. Outlast Trial? Highly recommend. It's horror and creepy too. I've like heard of Outlast Trials. I read the full report myself. So the lyrics weren't in a newspaper and the police didn't mention them. The only place you could have heard them was in this courtroom. In English, no less. The witness will explain herself, or himself. I guess I never thought about that. I just followed you. Like, thank you. Maki says... He says... Yes? It is true. I read the newspaper. But this is not where I learned the lyrics. Oh, okay. Oh wait, no, I did not read that. But this is not where I learned the lyrics. I was not. I can't read. Why am I? Hold on. Okay. But this is not where I learned the lyrics. I was mistaken. Now I remember. You remember? He says he heard the lyrics from me. What? Is this true, Lamore? Yes. I'm afraid I had forgotten it myself. And it looks like Air Foreheads has been jumping to conclusions again. It seems so, yes. No. No! I was onto something. I know it. I can't let this chance slip away. Time is an issue today. Mr. Justice, are you finished with the cross-examination? What are you going to do, Apollo? I'm going to keep on cross-examining. I'd better have an... Oh god, I'm saving. Or else... My bracelet's still reacting. Your Honor, please allow me to continue. If you must, you must. Very well. Witness? I understand. It was I who explained that. The crime followed. What? It says that because the lyrics are in English, he does not fully understand them. It was I who explained that the crime followed the song. Hold on, let's see. Are you lying? You have hands. We're gonna hear that again. We're gonna hear that again. Okay, hold on. Maybe it's not this. It was I who explained that the... Okay. Okay, let's think about this. Okay, hold on. He's okay, so he's not saying that. It's most definitely hers. Okay, we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it.
Gotcha!
You're lying. You're a liar. You filthy liar. I gotcha. It's over. It's over. Lamar, I'm currently cross-examining Maki. Why should you be uncertain? Me? Uncertain? Yes, you swallowed the very moment you told the court. It was I who explained. I see there is little point in trying to hide anything from you. Lamar, are you indeed protecting someone? That is not a question with a simple answer. To tell the truth, I do not believe it myself. Then allow me to answer for you. Lamar, you're protecting...
Take that!
Take that! Lamar, you're protecting Maki. That's why you lied and told us that you had explained how the crime followed the song. I don't fault you for trying to help, but this is not the way. Maki, I believe you didn't do it. Really, I trust you. But you've lied to us twice. And now you have Lamar lying on your behalf. If this is going to work, you have to trust me too. Your two lies cover a simple truth. You understand English. You have to. Arg. Here we go. Witness! Is this true? Do you understand English? Yes, a little. He speaks it! He speaks English! This liar! He lied! No way he lied about speaking it. Here we go. What? First, he could see, now he can talk. And you did not know about this, Lamar? No, I did not. It is quite a surprise. How many secrets is this witness hiding? This is last. Maki, could you tell us what really happened? No shooting! I did no shooting. So you weren't in the dressing room when I heard those two gunshots, correct? Apparently the answer to that question isn't simple either. I was in dressing room, behind desk, manager, he on floor. Which would be after the shooting, right? Then there is voice. Voice, or voices. Was it you and Emma, Apollo? So when Maki went into the dressing room, Mr. Latois had already been shot. And then we came to the door. Panel high up. I take off. Run away, run away. So it was you who escaped through that air vent. Haha! As the prosecution is upheld all along, no less. The defendant has admitted to being at the scene. Might we take this as a confession? Objection! No, he's clearly denied that he did it. I know shooting. Manager on floor, already on floor.
Objection!
The victim had already been shot, you say? I find that hard to believe. The defendant understood the song lyrics. He was at the scene of the crime. This can only mean one thing. He is the shooter. Does the defendant have anything to say to this? He's clammed up, Apollo. And let's ask Mr. Justice. Will you require any further testimony from the witness? Is that it? Is there nothing else I can get him to testify about? Wait. No, of course there is. What is this cocoon anyway? Rotter. The cocoon. The silk is the potent cure. Cure? Well, Maki, are you a smuggler? He won't tell me. The cocoon has something to do with this. Maki, please tell us the truth for your own sake. No, no more speak. Not to any of you. So much of your precious trust there, forehead. Hey, you were the one who didn't believe in him. Regardless, this brings us to an impasse. Actually, I wonder if this. Hold on. I'm gonna say one of the keywords. Discord. And we'll see what happens. It does seem that the defense and defendant are at odds. I doubt we are likely to learn anything more of value should this continue. I see no other course but to declare a 5-minute recess. The defense will work things out with the defendant so that we may proceed. July 10, 11:23 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Apollo Eustace. That's justice. Better learn how to say it if you ever want to get some. Believe, I know shooting. Maki claims Mr. Latos was already down on the ground when he entered the room. Maybe it was a trap and he walked right into it? Suddenly, I hear a revolver. Close, very close. Then I hear a voice. You heard gunshots? Yes, it's true. I hear a revolver, but only sound. Wait, you're saying you went into the dressing room and found Mr. Latoile already dead, and then you heard shots? If that's true... So, you were at the scene of the crime when you heard those shots? And you escaped through the air vent? I know. Huh? What do you know? I know if I opening vents, I can leave stage and backstage. So the vents went to both the stage and the backstage area. Is that what he means? He's right, look, Apollo. Huh? Yeah. But how did you know it was connected like that? Wait, I bet his father was the architect that designed the hall or something. I hear this from Magician. Magician? Don't look at me. A magician, huh? At least we're clear on one thing. Maki didn't shoot Mr. Latoile. Yeah, but he does that. What does that leave us with? We're supposed to say he went into the room to find the body and then he heard the shots? That one's going that one's going to go over well in court. Not. Apollo, you're his defense. You're supposed to believe whatever he says, even lies. That's what Dad always told me. Just pretend you misheard him every time. So what do we do? You sure you won't testify, Maki? No talking. No. Well, it was worth a shot. That cocoon. I can't go home. Can't go home? Alright. Because he'll be murdered. In a court of law. Sentenced to death! Of course. He's scared. Oh well. I guess we'll just have to try a different approach. That's the spirit, Apollo. So what's your plan? If Maki won't testify, we'll have to get someone else to testify. Someone else? I think we're out of time. Let's get back in there. Right. Looks like it didn't pick up on it. Alright, let's try the other one. Instagram. Here we go. Court is now back in session. Mr. Justice, have you sorted things out with the defendant? Yes, Your Honor, we had a good talk. Very well. So will he testify? Your Honor, the defendant will not testify. What? Shame. And here I thought this was your big chance to turn the case around. Actually, it is. The defense would like to approach this case from a different angle, Your Honor. A different angle? If Maki won't testify, then I know who will. I would like to cross-examine the witness in this case. Lamar. Lamar? What are you up to now? I thought we determined yesterday that Lamar's testimony was insubstantial. There's nothing you can... Lamar was taken to the hospital yesterday with injuries. What happened? She was assaulted, Your Honor. Assaulted? Someone wanted Lamar dead. Thankfully, she was able to save herself. What? I've heard no such report. Prosecutor Gavin. Why would anyone be out to kill Lamar? Can you think of a reason? Well, think of how she is known in our country. A singer from overseas who doesn't speak English, yes? Yet someone tried to keep her mouth shut. Who could that have been? You don't think... I do. It was the same person who shot Mr. Latois. The killer was afraid of her. Afraid of what she might say. The defense believes that something was hidden in her testimony yesterday. Something that the killer doesn't want getting out. So am I to understand that this is what you're saying? Namely, that there is a nugget of truth in Lamar's testimony. A nugget we have yet to uncover? Exactly. If Lamar was attacked, this has serious implications. Very well. There were some vague points in her testimony during yesterday's trial. Perhaps we do not inquire as deeply as we might have into some. The court will hear Lamar's testimony once more. Lamar, I must apologize. We must ask you to stand again and speak. You need not apologize. I know that Maki is innocent, and I will do all that I can until the court realizes this. Let's review your testimony from yesterday. You told us you heard 2 gunshots and a shooter's voice through the window, and that the voice belonged to Darian Crescent, yes? That is correct. At which point I proved she could not be correct. She couldn't have heard any of those things. The small window at the scene was closed and was found to be quite soundproof. You have nothing to say to that, Mr. Justice? I don't know exactly what yet, but I do know there's something there. There is, it seems, much you do not know. And yet it is my duty to hear him out. Perhaps the witness would be so kind as to testify once more to court? Of course, Your Honor. What I heard. I was on my way from the stage to the backstage exit. That's when I heard them, Mr. Latois and the detective. I heard the faint sound of a gunshot and stopped. Then I heard another gunshot. There was the smell of gunpowder. I knew I must tell someone, but I was in a hurry, so I kept moving past the small window. Okay. Why were you in a hurry? Does she know? Wait, when was that? Pretty much the same as just... Hold on. I am sorry. I am not used to speaking much in this language. Perhaps my descriptions were lacking in some way. Yet everything I have said here is truth. And it is my distinct displeasure to say this. What you have said to have happened is impossible. Do I have to repeat myself? Lamar was attacked because of this testimony. What? Trucy? Apollo. You know, for a moment there, you were pretty cool. Maybe I do better when I don't try to think ahead. Very well, Mr. Justice. Perhaps you can coolly cross-examine the witness? Cross-examination. What I heard. I was on my way from the stage to the backstage exit. That's when I heard them. Mr. Latois and the detective. Okay, wait. I read this. Okay. There was a smell of gunpowder. How did you smell that? Why didn't you tell someone immediately? Well, if it were me, I would have gone to the police right away. It's our duty as citizens. This may be beside the point, but Lamar isn't a citizen. Though one would hope such a common sense prevails in Virginia as well. Or Guinea. Lamar seems awfully quiet all of a sudden. That's strange. Could she be hiding something? It is as you say. Yet at the time, I was in a hurry. I forgot to say before this. Okay, here we go. Why were you in a hurry? You were in a hurry to go where? I was on my way to the backstage exit, as I have said. Why were you in such a hurry then? Well, I don't think that has anything to do with this case. It very well might. Please answer the question.
Objection!
Are you alright, Lamar? Yes. Yes, I am just tired. Recall what I have told you yesterday, Air Forehead. Lamar suffers from serious amnesia. Please refrain from traumatizing her further. Grr. What, so he can just dismiss questions he thinks are too traumatizing? Why don't you prove her reason had a connection to the case before asking about it, yeah? Prosecution's objection is sustained. The current question is moot. Mr. Justice, please continue your cross-examination. Lamar was attacked because of this testimony. I know she was. So something's got to be hidden here. Maybe there's some detail we're missing? I guess we'll just have to get her to fill in the blanks. Right. I was on my way from the stage to the backstage exit. I don't see any problem with that. That's when I heard them talking. Darnay Crescent? I did not know his name at the time. But yes, it was him. The one who took the stand yesterday. How many times do I need to remind you that it's impossible? There's no way you could have heard him. Because the window at the scene was closed? Is that why? Of course. Apollo, if we keep asking the same questions as yesterday, we won't get anywhere. She's right. Maybe there's a different angle I can try. What were they talking about? Lamar, do you by any chance remember what they were saying to each other? If so, please tell us. I have given it much reflection, but I was afraid of this. She doesn't remember. I only heard one phrase clearly. A whole phrase? You remember something that was said? Why didn't you say anything yesterday? Though my memory is clear, I was afraid to speak. You see, I do not understand what was said. This could be it. The clue I've been waiting for. Well, what did he say? It was the other man speaking, not Mr. Latois. The shooter, then. Well, what did he say? It's over. Press the switch. Now! Switch? Then the shooter said this to the victim, Mr. Latois? I thought it was quite strange myself, afterward. It is a mystery. What could it possibly mean? Mr. Justice, care to shed some light on this? It's very, very vital. Maybe we could add that to the testimony. Maybe Apollo? Maybe Apollo? So I heard press the switch. Oh, okay. I see. Press the switch. There's only one key that can unlock the mystery of those words. Oh? Yet there was nothing at the scene that could be called a switch. Save the lights. True, there wasn't a switch at the scene. But it just so happens I have a switch right here. Dun 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 ba 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 da 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 ba 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 da. Okay, that certainly does look like a switch, doesn't it? The problem is, this was found not at the scene of the crime, but on the stage. The stage? Where the concert was held, yes. This was found hidden there. On the stage. Are you claiming that the voice Lamar heard was of someone commanding another to press this switch? It's a possibility.
Objection!
Oh, Air Forehead. I'd call that an impossibility. Why? It's hardly necessary for me to remind you that the court of the layout of the concert forum. The stage is quite far from Lamar's dressing room. Not to mention that the Gaviniers were in the middle of a concert on said stage. We weren't known for being a quiet band. You could shout all you wanted and not be heard. The detective's voice was loud, but certainly not a shout. So too have Air Forehead's cries of possibility fallen far short of being heard. Sorry, but we wouldn't have needed to shout. Excuse me? You heard what I said. Or do you need me to shout it out for you? It would have been quite simple to be heard on the stage from that dressing room. Oh wait, you like evidence, don't you? How about this? Using this, it would be easy to get a message to someone on stage from the dressing room. Easy. Easy. Take that! Prosecutor Gavin, perhaps you're familiar with this. Why that's... What? What is it? Is that some kind of newfangled phone that they invented while I was looking? This is a type of transmitter. A communications device. Communications device? From what I've heard that night, everyone on stage was wearing one of these. Isn't that right, Prosecutor Gavin? Yes, actually. They're for talking between band members. We all had one on. So you admit that if you were wearing one of these, talking from the backstage to the stage would be simple.
Objection!
True, but wait. Those send out an electronic signal. To avoid interference with the audio systems, their range is quite limited. Lamar said it was about 30 feet, right? Look at this cross-section diagram of the concert forum. Ah, exactly. The walk from the stage to the backstage seems far, but the direct distance is less than 30 feet. That can't be. So, when Lamar heard the shooter's voice, he could have been talking to someone on stage.
Objection!
Ha! You're claiming that this is the switch in question? Why did it have to be on the stage at the time? Why did it... Okay. It could be placed in a pocket and carried anywhere. Someone could have hit it on the stage after the fact. Hey, he's got a point. How do we know where it was when she heard the voice? When the shooter said press the switch. Well, I guess we don't. An unfortunate situation. I'm afraid that until we know where the switch was, there's little point in debating it. I was sure this was the way to go with this. What is this switch anyway? We don't even know that basic fact. Oh, wait a second. I do know what this switch is. And if you follow that train of logic to its incredible conclusion, it ends up in proof that completely changes this case. What's up, Apollo? Apollo? We know about this switch, right? We know what it is. Hold up. Hold up. BRB. Okie dokie. We are so back. Here we go. Okay. Yeah? Well, think about it when we used it that day. Think about what happened. Well, Mr. Justice? Oh, wait, hold on. If you have no further information to share concerning this switch, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Justice? I've been remiss in not telling the court this before. I know what this switch is. Well, it seems the defense is set upon linking this switch to the case. Let's see your evidence of this link. What evidence do you have to explain that this switch is? Take that! Take that! Prosecutor Gavin, you remember this? That's... That what? Is it another one of those newfangled phones? This is an igniter. What phone looks like this? The igniter? You mean it's like a lighter? Yes, actually. You aren't saying this switch is a remote. I am. This is a remote trigger for an igniter. What? Look, I'll show you. Wow, wow, wait, wow, Mr. Justice, you will cease and desist from burning down this courtroom. Sorry, that was a bit more fire than I had expected. If my whiskers had caught on fire. Prosecutor Gavin, let me repeat myself. This is a switch. This switch is a remote igniter. A remote igniter trigger. Doesn't that suggest something to you? You're talking about what happened to me, aren't you? Exactly. That night at the concert, there was one unusual burst of flame. Wasn't that part of the stage show, though? Prosecutor Gavin was entirely unaware such a thing had been planned. And the guitar that burned was a valuable keepsake. That's right. He got it in Virginia from Lamar. He said the sound was amazing before it burned, though, of course. Now it just kind of smokes. The better the guitar, the brighter it burns. Your forehead. Yes? Don't tell me you're trying to tie these two things together. Those being the shooter's voice heard by Lamar, and the guitar suddenly catching on fire. I am. It's really simple when you think about it. Mr. Latois was the shooter and the shooter were at the crime scene. The shooter was wearing a headset. He ordered someone on stage to press the switch. The switch was pressed, and the guitar got fire. Well, that does seem to make sense, though something about it is bugging me. Can't quite put my finger on it. Really, it seems pretty simple to me. Objection! Their forehead. Don't destroy what little respect I have for you. I was expecting something a little more sensible. I guess I was wrong. What's this all about, Prosecutor Gavin? His simple story simply makes no sense. Think. That night my guitar caught fire, yes. The cause may have been this indeed. However, the guitar caught fire during the second set. That's right, of course. The guitar caught fire during Lamar's song. Indeed, yet the shooting happened during the third set. The two are utterly unrelated. Yes, that must have been what was bugging me. The whole premise for this is faulty. See? His story makes no sense. Objection! Objection! Are you sure about that? What exactly do you mean, Mr. Justice? Maybe it's not the premise for my explanation of the switch that's at fault. Maybe it's our premise for the entire case so far. What premise is this specifically? I'm glad you asked. I'm saying that maybe the killing didn't take place in the third act. Objection! Dun, 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 dun. What's this? But Detective Emma Sky heard shots and found the body. All of this happened in the third act. Objection! Gunshots rang out, and according to his testimony, Maki was in that dressing room at the time. Where are you going with this, Mr. Justice? Stay with me, Your Honor. He also told us this in his testimony, namely, that the victim had already been shot. We all heard gunshots, but no one saw the shooting. This is insane! Just before the shooting took place, the shooter was heard on his headset, telling someone to press the switch. The next moment, Prosecutor Gavin's guitar burst into flame. We know that a remote-triggered igniter was inside the guitar. From all these facts, we can draw only one conclusion. The crime did not take place during the third act, but during the ballad performance, the second act.
What?
Dun 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 dun. Order! 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 But that goes against the evidence. What does, Your Honor? This crime was carried out according to the lyrics of that song, yes? Hey, he's right. Look. The bullet is supposed to come after the fire. You're thinking about it wrong way. Huh? Look. Why would the shooter craft the events of the day to follow the lyrics anyways? It's an awful lot of trouble to go through, with little merit for the person doing it. Well, I'm sure whoever it was had some reason. Yes, they did. A reason that made it advantageous to follow the lyrics. You're saying the order was reversed on purpose? Reversed? Prosecutor Gavin? If the criminal followed the lyrics strictly, then yes. The shooting would have had to come after the guitar burst into flame. Yet, Air Forehead has raised another possibility. He's claiming that the bullet came not after, but just before the fire. Couldn't have put it better myself. We were only meant to think that the shooting came after the guitar burst into flame. That was the criminal's objective. The crime followed the lyrics to a point that was the ruse. Why else would the killer risk discovery by moving the body? That was the final touch to make us think he'd followed the lyrics the whole way. Order! Order! That would explain this most unusual situation. It does. The killer changed the order of events to create himself an alibi. In other words, the killer was someone who had an alibi for the third set, but not the second. I was hoping it wouldn't come to this, but sadly it has. Let me tell you why your little fairy tale makes no sense at all. Oh, it sounds good, I'll give you that. You've given us a reason why the killer bothered following the lyrics of my song. But I question your logic, for it's flawed from the very beginning. Flawed? Yes, a contradiction, Air Forehead, one I've pointed out several times no less. At the time of the crime, the small window at the scene was closed. How could Lamore have heard a voice through it? I know that you would like to divert our attention from— oh my gosh, he was in the vents. I know that you would like to divert from it, but you're basing your entire line of questioning on a false premise. Right. Lamar's testimony is my entire case. That voice you heard, the shooter's voice. What if she couldn't hear it, Apollo? Look, what do we have? A man saying press the switch. And near the crime scene we have a switch, which acts as a remote trigger for an igniter. And last but not least, Prosecutor Gavin's flaming guitar. It can't all be coincidence, but how do I make it work? I see a more direct line of questioning is required, and the crime scene was investigated immediately after the crime. That window was closed. Care to tell us how Lamore heard the voice? A key point to be sure. Mr. Justice, can you explain this to the court? Okay, Justice. You've got one thing to prove, and one thing only. Lamore heard a voice. And she heard it during the second set. Think. Oh, I know exactly where she was. I know exactly where she was. Yep. She was somewhere else. When we investigate the scene, the window was closed. The shooter had no reason to close it, and had it been open either, meaning it was impossible to hear the voice through the window. Ah, it's good to hear you making sense again. For a moment, I was afraid you might be a Borginian too. As I was saying, Lamore could not hear the voice through the window, so there can only be one explanation. She heard the voice from another location entirely. What's this? Ha ha ha. You do amuse me so. And here I thought you and Good Sense were back on speaking terms. Now, I'm afraid you and Good Sense speak entirely two different languages. Shall I interpret for you, Air Forehead? Lamore clearly stated she heard the voice through that small window. And there's only one small window at the scene. Are you sure? Think about it. Isn't there another small window at the scene? There is? I know that look. He wants to ask him. He wants us to ask him. Very well. You claim Lamar heard the voice from another location? Mr. Justice, show us where this location was. Lamar heard the voice from here. Take that! Take that! This is where Lamar heard that voice from. But that's no small window, that's the air vent. What did she tell us? She said she's a Burgundian, unfamiliar with her language. It's not a stretch to imagine she called this air vent a small window. Objection! Now you've done it. You've gone beyond ridiculous and into ludicrous. So Lamar was up in the ventilation system listening to this man's voice? That's the only logical explanation, yes. Logical? I do not think this word means what you think it means, Air Forehead. Okay. What about it isn't logical? Ha! It hardly merits saying. Why would Lamar be in the ventilation system, hiding like a rat? No offense intended to her, of course. The explanation for that is simple, Prosecutor Gavin. Isn't it Lamar? Oh, isn't it Lamar? You have been listening to our discussion here, yes? Yes. I admit it's had me quite confused since yesterday. Yes, the small window was closed, but why would that mean I could not hear through it? I feared our prosecutor might himself need an interpreter. The problem here is words. Lamar, this small window through which you heard the voice, was that up high on the ceiling of the room, not low on the wall? Yes, it was up on the ceiling. What? Here we go. It's getting real now. Witness, you will clarify this statement to the court. Are you in fact saying that you were up above the ceiling of the room, and that's where you heard the moment of the crime? Yes, in fact I was. I'm sorry. I never imagined it would become such an important point. Yes, well, why the heck were you up there? New testimony. Here we go. I'm not sure I can't. May I remind you, this is a murder trial. We will hear your testimony. Tell us why you witnessed the crime from above the ceiling of that room, please. Well, looks like I'm on the right track. Yes, I was above the ceiling when I heard the voice. I had heard there was a small window there before. It was in the middle of my performance. I had no time to report what I had heard. As to why I was there, I cannot say. I am bound to secrecy on this matter. Yeah, it was for the trick. Yep, it was for the trick. Bound to secrecy? In my line of work, one has many obligations to uphold. But you say you were in the middle of your performance. So this did happen during the second set. I did not witness the crime, you must understand. I only know what I heard. Yes, but you must tell us what you were doing in detail. That's what the cross-examination is for. Yeah, Air Forehead? Our mission in this court is to discern the truth. No obligation, no binding, and no binding pact may hinder that mission. Very well. Mr. Justice, you may begin the cross-examination. What are you going to do, Apollo? I'm going to find out the truth. She was up above that ceiling for a reason. I just have to get it out of her. Above the ceiling. Okay. So we know why she was up there. But we know why she was up there. It was because of the videotape. Lamar. Truth be told, The reason for your presence above that ceiling is quite clear. Especially when you consider what happened during your performance. What happened? Yes. It's alright. Here on this videotape. Oh my god. She's missing the brooch. She must have lost it through the ceiling. Okay, here we go. As we can see, Lamora was clearly not on stage for her entire performance. Ah! This saddens me to be so realistic. Lamora is incapable of actually vanishing, let alone teleportation. So the only explanation is that she was hiding from you. And during that time, she moved to the back of the forum. Apollo! What? Trucy. It's not nice to reveal Magician's secrets, and it's against the rules. But I'm a lawyer. I'm not supposed to be nice. This is all very fascinating. But how is it possible? There's only 20 seconds between when she disappears and reappears. She couldn't have moved that fast. Is something wrong, Prosecutor Gavin? This was his concert, his show. He knows how the illusion was performed. Aha! He's just realizing his own oversight. Let's look at the cross-section diagram again. Here, we can trace a route through the ceiling. It goes from the stage through the backstage to the rear of the forum. Recall Lamar's testimony from yesterday. I was on my way from the stage to the backstage exit. There was something like a little window there. That's how I saw it. She went from the stage to the backstage exit. A perfect description of this route above the ceiling! Lamar knew of this because of her part in the illusion, but she wasn't the only one who knew. What? Just now in the lobby, Maki told me something. I know. I know if I open that, I can leave the stage and backstage. You said that? Oh, were you not informed, Prosecutor Gavin? I knew about the Vanishing Act, of course. Yet I had no idea of the route that would be used. Why didn't that magician tell me? Magicians only reveal details of their acts on a need-to-know basis. They're the bread and butter of a magician's life, you know? Which is why he bound Lamar to secrecy. Well, Lamar, I am impressed, Mr. Attorney. Maki was right about you. So, what does this mean? Are you saying you used this route above the ceiling? I did. Well, that's that. But I'm still a little confused. Why's that, Your Honor? As I said before. There was very little time between when she disappeared and when she reappeared. 20 seconds, tops. How would she do it so fast? Especially if she stopped to hear the shooter's voice. That's a good question. Can the witness explain this to the court? I cannot. Very well. Mr. Justice? Yes? It's all up to you. Do your thing. What thing, Your Honor? You need to explain how Lamar was able to teleport like she did. Or I'm throwing your case out with the bathwater. Why do I get picked on? It's Lamar who isn't going along with the program here. As I've stated before, I am not at liberty to speak of the illusion that night in detail. Then you'll just have to tell us what you can. We'll hear your testimony on this. Mr. Justice, it'll be your job to wring the truth out of her. Yes, if you would, please. Right. I feel like a student before finals. Good luck, Apollo. The big illusion. I followed the route exactly as instructed. There's an emergency exit in the backstage where a stagehand waited. From there, one can enter the forum on the opposite side from the stage. The plan was for me to move there in 2 minutes. I was on my way when I heard the voice. 2 minutes, you say? The mystery deepens. I suppose it was too much to hope that the judge would come up with something. As does my curiosity. Take it away, Mr. Justice. Right, Your Honor. All I have to do is find the contradiction between what Lamar is saying and what we can see plainly in the video. I figured it out already. I'm a magician after all. Well, tell me. Not a chance. I can't reveal another magician's secrets. Come on. Hey, you're supposed to be on my side here. Here we go. There was an emergency exit in the back street. From there, one can enter the forum on the opposite side from the stage. The plan was for me to move there. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Yes, it can be done in 1 minute if you are running. Running? In that cramped dark tunnel above the ceiling? Haha, Mr. Attorney, have you forgotten? Dark or late, it makes no difference to me. Ah, that's true, but... So you're saying that on the night of the concert you made the trip in 2 minutes? Yes. Though I nearly didn't make it in time. You see, I stopped halfway. Lamar disappears on the video for 20 seconds. But she says she made the trip in 2 minutes. How? If you want my professional opinion, I'll bet the answer is right there in that video. Well, Mr. Justice, perhaps you have some evidence for us. Something that can explain a discrepancy between the video and her testimony? Ugh! Evidence explaining a discrepancy. I mean, there's no other choice. There's one piece of evidence that explains the discrepancy between the video and the testimony. She doesn't have it. She doesn't have it when she comes back. Lamar, do you happen to remember this brooch? Okay. Aha, the brooch. We saw that yesterday, did we not? It was found at the scene, Your Honor. And you're bringing this up now. Why? I thought we had already determined when that was dropped. So did I. But we hadn't. Take another look at the video. Here you can see she's wearing the brooch. So she is. Let's look a bit later. What? The brooch! It's gone! What? Yes. The brooch disappeared in the short space of 20 seconds, and it takes a full minute to run from the stage to the backstage. Which means there can only be one explanation. The Lamar we see before the Vanishing Act and the Lamar we see after are two different people. What? The brooch was found on the floor at the crime scene. And not just on the floor, but on the floor directly beneath the air vent. Lamar, tell me, did you drop the brooch on your way from the stage to the backstage? At the very moment you witnessed the crime? Yes, I think I did. Order! Prosecutor Gavin! From your expression, I gather you had no idea this was the case, Herr Judge. I, of course, knew about it. What? Don't get me wrong, I wasn't hiding it, it just never occurred to me that the switch and the shooting took place at the same time. So, I was right? There was a switch. There was. Just before the stage's tower rose, Lamar was replaced. While we're on the subject, just who was this replacement Lamar? Why, the man behind the illusion. Valant Gramarye. It was Gramarye? That's quite the illusion. But I still don't get one thing. Yes? The switch happened before the tower rose, correct? So you weren't on the stage. That's right. But this fake Lamar is still singing. And she's pretty good. That's true. Come on, Apollo. That's an easy one. They were just playing a recording. It's true. I'm dumb. The Gaviniers aren't some kind of air guitar band, Fraulein. Oh? You mean I'm wrong? When we play a show live, we play live. No recordings. Perhaps you can explain them more? Very well. Yes, do tell, and add it to your testimony. I had to keep singing even while I moved. That's just not possible. What do you mean? You were singing? Yes. Mr. Gavin expressed a dislike for recordings, so I used. Oh my gosh. We found it in the hallway. Wait, so you were singing the whole time? Even when you were crawling above the ceiling toward the backstage? Why would it matter where I sing when everywhere I go is the same darkness? Oh. It's a little cryptic. But if you were singing while you were walking... That's right. What did the shooter and the victim have heard? She was singing right over their heads after all. That is right. No, it's because of the speakers though. Yeah, it's speakers. Are you sure? You'd have to be pretty hard of hearing to miss someone singing in the ceiling. Once again, we come back to the state of the scene of the crime. What state? Ah, I know what he means. The old speaker Apollo. The speaker. That speaker was blaring at the time of the murder. And that's from... Oh, right. Monitoring. It pipes in real-time feed from the stage microphones. Useful for knowing when your set is coming out. Satisfied? That dressing room was fitted with a large speaker playing a direct feed from the stage. At my request, actually. So Lamar's singing in the ceiling sounded just like Lamar singing over the speaker. Ingenious! Her voice was hidden by her voice. Ah. Lamar? I just remembered something. Do tell. When I heard the noise, the gunshots, yes? It startled me, so I stopped singing. What? 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 I forgot the words I was supposed to sing. The song stopped? Thankfully, it was the very beginning of the second verse, so not many would notice. Forehead, that mixing board I lent you, where is it? The mixing, huh? The machine, Apollo. The one that breaks the music into tracks. Oh, this? I had completely forgotten about it. Let's take a listen. The song does stop there. It does? I must have missed it. Look at the lyric sheet. At the top of the second verse. See where it says pleasure, pleasure? Now listen again. Oh. This is evidence indeed. I believe we are guilty of making a terrible mistake. The crime didn't happen during the third set. It happened during the second! During Lamoire's ballad. If that is true, then the one on stage during the set could have been the shooter. Which means that Darian Crescent could have done it. He wasn't on stage for the second set. Well, Prosecutor Gavin, fascinating. I don't believe I've ever seen a trial turn around quite so thoroughly. Yet one problem remains. What is that, Prosecutor Gavin? Their forehead's theory does have a certain kind of logic to it. Yet it is entirely based on Lamar's testimony. Yes? Is there a problem with this? Well, it's quite simple, though it pains me to say it. What if she is lying to protect the defendant? But you have no proof. All I'm saying is that the truth is yet unclear. Until we hear directly from the man himself. The man? You don't mean... Yes. Though he is a friend and band member, Darian Crescent must take the stand. I see no other way. As someone with a new perspective on the case? As a suspect, to be frank. Finally, the rat's coming out of his hole, and I'm ready to catch him. Darian Crescent, get ready for justice. This is a good time as any to pause for a brief recess. The prosecution will summon the witness. Have him here and ready by the time we begin. I'm the last man who needs to be reminded of what his duties are. Very well. Court is adjourned for 15-minute recess. Ah, to be continued. And to be continued it shall. I'm gonna save. Save complete. Bum 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 ba 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 ba. Man, I'm close. Okay. And that'll be it. We are ending. Goodbye. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye, me.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.